Boom, 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 boom. Good evening, everybody. Where's my face? There it is. What's going on? Man, I missed you guys last night. But we got Punksy all set up for her to start doing her shows. Speaking of Punksy, if you like paranormal, and she's going to be covering some true crime as well. But if you like paranormal stuff, hell, if you're not subbing her, here's the link. Just go sub her real quick. And then she'll be doing a live soon. I'm going to go ahead and join her. Give her a hand. So whenever I do join her show, I will let you guys know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be weird being a guest. Like, we kind of had that the other night. Monday night, I was kind of chilling back. Kind of learning stuff from everybody. That was cool. That was really cool. By the way, is Tuesday night still cool for everybody? Yeah, Punksy's going to be streaming soon. Yeah, we got her all hooked up last night. I got her set up. Gave her the rundown of some different things. Got her set up on Twitch. That way she can have another extension out there. And plus, it's the best editing tool ever. And you can use them on your StreamYard. Oh, no. Not tonight. We're just doing open topics tonight. Last night I had off. And after my off nights, I always like to kind of have a little open topic show just to kind of get caught up on everything else. Kind of gauge the next couple days where I'm going to go with my show. Yeah, I'm thinking Tuesday night. I think Tuesday night is a good night. Is there anybody that would like to hop in that show on Tuesday night? Oh, yes, it is getting close to March Madness, Phantom. I can't wait. What's up, Dre? Good evening. Kib Kitty, Brewing Hell. I appreciate you so much. Always hanging out in the replays, and I'm so happy to see you hopping in tonight for a live. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Kib Kitty. What's up, Kevin Kraft? The Resin Monster. Yeah, I'm excited too. By the way, speaking of that case, if you guys can send me any information you have, whether it's articles, links, please put it in the subject. Stephen Smith Night, Stephen Smith Show, whatever you want to put in there. I'm going to collect all of those. And then also, if you want to message me or contact me with any questions you have about the case, please do that as well. And I'll kind of collect everything that everybody wants to send to me, and then we'll just focus on Stephen Smith in that case for that night. Nothing but. Maybe two. I We might end up doing two shows, honestly. I might do a show on Monday as well. Monday and Tuesday nights, Stephen Smith. But we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I got to go through. I just saved a bunch of stuff, like I always do, and we'll be going through everything, just kind of checking it out. Pulling weeds. Oof. That's the shitty part of gardening. Was it beautiful out, though, Phantom? Because if it was beautiful out, there ain't nothing better than nature. It just brings a peace to your soul. Thank you, Kelt. Glad to see you in here. How you doing, Kelt? You feeling better? Good evening, Pam. Butterflies. A lot of... That's a lot of effing pie needles. Yeah, I'll go ahead and open up the panel if anybody would like to hop on. We're just going to be having an open topic show. I'm going to be going through some stuff. There's some different stuff we haven't touched on. There's some other stuff we've talked about. So it's going to be a kind of a mixture night. Nope. Turn it back. Yeah, definitely follow Punksy. It's going to be exciting. Tonight? What do you mean tonight? What's up? Oh, wait. So this will be a short show. No. She's not streaming tonight. She's going to let me know when we got her all hooked up yesterday. I spent the evening with Punksy, helping her out, hooking her up, helping her get everything set up. That way, when she does go live, everything's set up. And then I'm just waiting to hear from her when she wants to do her first show. And I told her I'd go ahead and hop on there and give her a hand and just hang out and help her out and help her feel comfortable. I know when you first start your show, it's a different kind of anxiety, So I don't mind being there to give her a hand. She's been so supportive of this channel since me and her first met. So I have to be there. So even if it's a night that I'm going to have my show, we can all go hang out over there or whatever. But yeah, I'll definitely give you guys a heads up. Yes, I did, Coat. I'll definitely give you guys a heads up before she's going to do her show. I'm thinking it's going to be paranormal first, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too sure yet. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate you. During the War of Roses. Whoa, you guys are talking about shit I don't know about. All right, let me go ahead and throw that out there. Let me get into the March 2023 folder, because I'm organized now. We're all organized over here. Kind of probably too organized now because I have like everything separated in separate folders, but it goes in the 2003 folder, and then I just delete it as we go through it so I know what we cover and what we don't cover, and then every other video that I still added to it is saved in its individual folders, so that way if we have a show we can go right back to it. Bam! I didn't even take a breath. Damn, Kel, what the hell? What are you doing? What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
No, just playing on the lake.
Yeah? Chilling?
Doing my best.
Yeah. So how's
done.
What are you hearing about the chemical stuff over there, man? You still hearing all good on the water supply? Are they still talking about it?
From my understanding from a live stream from a guy I actually have been following for years that does a lot of science communication, from what everything he said, plus a couple things I found on the MSDS Sheets forum, supposedly in direct sunlight, that polychloride or polyvinyl, sorry, breaks down in direct sunlight after 12 days of direct sunlight. So as it disperses, supposedly it's breaking down. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I haven't had any major fishy die-offs yet in my aquarium, so.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know, they tell you what they want to tell you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We'll see. Unfortunately, you have to wait years and years and years down the road.
yeah, and
What's
Lord
up,
only knows how
Justice?
many.
How many what?
Then Lord only knows how many people have to get sick before they actually take notice.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
There's
sorry,
still
am I
some
being
stuff
paranoid
going
again?
on. There's still. We have every right to be, man. This is major shit. You know, it's toxic. It's water supply. It's in the ground. It's stuff that isn't supposed to be there.
Well, and the ironic
So-
thing is they mix the polyvinyl with something else to actually make PVC pipe.
Yeah, what is that chemical? Do you know?
Something with some type of chloride, something or other. Because it literally, PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes, it does.
Pretty sure. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's chlorine gas or some type of chlorine. Because that's how you get chloride, is my understanding. I could be
Well-
wrong. I'm not a scientist. I'm a woodworker.
Well, it don't take a scientist to figure out that burning a pile of PVC ain't good for you, for the environment or for your body. You know.
Well,
No.
I did hear the reason. I did actually hear the reason they opted to go that route was because if they let it blow up or potentially blow up, which is what it would have done if it would have stayed there in the condition it was in, it actually would have went over a wider area and potentially made it a whole lot worse for the cleanup efforts that are going on now.
Yeah, I mean, we heard that from the beginning, and we never disputed that. Where we were coming from was, why isn't there some kind of foam to keep that shit down? Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead and make a pit, right? Go ahead
Right.
and make a pit. But how about we can figure out a way to fucking contain it at some capacity somehow? I mean, when we're looking at these videos, man, and they got them plumes of smoke, and it goes from there was a guy on Twitter that went from his left all the way over to his right and behind him, and you just saw nothing. Ooh, man, your saw is pretty loud, or whatever. that
Really?
is. Yeah, man.
He's barely making a sound. What the heck?
Yeah.
Guess I'll finish that one later.
What was I even talking about?
We were making fun of my
the
lathe.
plume. You can see the plume going. What's up, SRB? I don't know. I think Kelt's trying to start some trouble in chat there with Justice. I think they're trying to hop up here and give us some shit tonight or something. Good evening,
Does
SRB.
Kelt ever not start trouble though, man? I mean, really?
Yes, Kevin is playing with wood again. That is correct.
I'm always playing with wood. It's my happy time.
Yeah, it's peaceful. You got any shows coming up, man?
I actually just got my invoice for this month and through April. I've got one, I think it's on the 24th. I have a post up on Kevin Craft on Facebook here later tonight about it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Hey.
back in my favorite winery spot and finally back to my favorite venue for April 1st.
Well, put it on your community page too on YouTube, man. So that way,
That's
if
right, I forgot I can do that,
If
too.
somebody's not connected to and put your link to your Facebook page in your community post.
Yeah, I forgot I can do that.
Yeah, man. That way, if somebody's not on your Kevin Craft Facebook, at least, and they are on your YouTube, yeah, man. And here, I'll throw out Kevin Craft's link too. He does some woodworking live shows. Let me see here. There's your link. Let me throw that up there for everybody and live a replay. Peaceful shit.
Yeah, unless I've got my Bluetooth in and
Shaker?
trying to talk to CJ live, apparently.
Yeah, man. We talk crime, not wood. We talk.
Hey, I talk wood all the time. I don't care what the topic is. I'll make it something about wood.
Damn, look at all that chat. Gotta whittle down that. Oh, damn, Kelt's on something tonight. The laser is not that bad. He said winery. Yeah, he goes to wineries for shows. I bet that's pretty cool, man. Going to wineries, right? For your shows.
Of course you would do that when I mute my mic. Yeah, it's actually one of my better venues that I go to regularly. We got a local one here in Barberton that I go to a lot. We have one of the groups I'm with. We do a show there once a month. And yeah, it's a good time. It's a pretty view. I mean, as somebody that doesn't drink, I'm guessing they have good wine. I don't know. I don't drink.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I do like some wine every once in a while. You know,
yeah.
I enjoy some of it. It sneaks up on you. You gotta be careful. It'll bite you.
Yeah, I've heard that. I just, when I was 18, I saw a dude get processed for a DUI at a police department. So ever since then, I've just kind of not been ever one to drink.
Right. Yeah, What's up, ATS? How you doing tonight? About to get into some open topics. If there's anything specific anybody would like to talk about, go ahead and mention something and we'll jump in. I do have a Stephen Smith video I'd like to start off with, though. There's Punksy's link. Yep, Punksy will be streaming soon. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So excited. And she'll be doing true crime and paranormal. And I love both of them. I love conspiracies. I need to have a conspiracy show night some night. And I want to talk about Gary Webb on that night. I need to have a night where we're talking conspiracy, Gary Webb. Maybe I'll do a surprise Saturday night show.
Who's Gary Webb?
You don't know who Gary Webb is, man.
I feel like I know the name.
Have you ever watched Kill the Messenger?
No.
If you have not seen the movie Kill the Messenger, please watch it. I think it's on Netflix. But it's an older movie. It's got the actor that he got ran over by a snowplow or something recently. I can't remember his name. He's an actor, but he plays the lead role, Gary Webb. I don't even want to spoil it. You're gonna shit a brick when you see what it's about. I would love to do a show on that some night. Gary Webb. He was a journalist in San Francisco. So that's the Gary Webb that you need to look up, and then you look up the whole conspiracy and everything that he uncovered. And wow, what a story! But seriously, if you're able to watch the movie Kill the Messenger, just watch that and you'll get everything in a 2-hour awesome movie.
I'll have to see if I can install Netflix. I don't think I do.
Yeah, it could be on other platforms too. It's an older movie, so I'm sure it's on different platforms. Sorry you're having headaches, SRB. I hope you're not getting COVID. Fingers crossed and prayers for you.
I know when I had it, I never had a headache. I just thought I was going to die from the fevers.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner was his name.
Oh, I love Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, that movie, I'm telling you. And then watch that movie and then come back to me and be like, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. What's up, Cassie? How you doing tonight? For real, I'm not kidding you. If you do,
I only laugh because I don't doubt you, dude. I know you too well.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that movie, the whole story, man, the whole story. My hubby has had something test negative, though allergies. I woke up sick. Oh no. Oh no. I hope everybody, please. I thought COVID was gone. That's what they told us.
My understanding is it's going to turn into the next influenza. Every year it'll be less and less potent because of the way the virus life cycle works. It just wants to infect people and not actually kill people.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justice.
Oh.
Witty joke I gave you. Oh, SRB. Quit spreading that propaganda.
What propaganda? I'm not seeing the chat right now. This isn't fair.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The government said COVID was gone, Jerry. COVID. Oh, Justice is speaking propaganda.
Wait, so we're really going to start listening to Biden now?
Shit, no. What are you talking about?
Like, I don't even think the dude remembers what he ate 5 minutes ago. I'm not trusting a word that guy said.
Right. He's squinting. Don't worry, Kev. We are talking shit about you.
Oh, I'm sure about that. That's why I'm getting ready to go inside to catch up on everything I've missed.
Oh, yeah. We're going to tap into this folder here. I do need to start off the show with the Stephen Smith video, though. Again, if you can send me any Stephen Smith articles or videos or any links or even questions that you have about the case, please do. And put in the subject, if it's an email, put in the subject Stephen Smith, or just if it's any other route for messaging me, just go ahead and send me the link or the information or whatever. I appreciate it. We will be doing a show. You're going to be there Tuesday, right?
Yep.
All right.
I even threw it up in chat like 3 times, but apparently you just ignore me. Whatever.
No, I run a live show, man. This shit's hard.
I know. I still got to give you grief, though.
Yeah, I run a live show. This shit's hard, bro. But
I'm still going to give you grief, bro.
You know, one time I wish... You know what? One time I'm going to have to set up like another camera like behind me or something where you guys can actually see what the fuck goes down when you run a live show. It ain't just chilling back and fucking watching videos. Trust me.
Well, sure it is. That's all you do.
Shit, whatever. You have no idea what the fuck. This shit, dude.
I have an idea. I just like to give you grief, man.
It's like an hour and a half of prep before the show, an hour of prep after the show. Then you got work, and then barely maybe 20 minutes of home life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, because you're doing the woodworking shit on top of your job too. So.
I'm just happy my job ain't no 5-day-a-week thing.
Yeah. At least
of course, 12-hour day
right now. I'm rocking to that. At least it's not 6 because I was afraid it would be here soon. Justice, would you be able to join us Tuesday night for a Stephen Smith special? And I'll probably be doing one on Monday night as well. But Tuesday night I'll probably be focusing. Monday night will probably be like a catch-up kind of thing, maybe gathering some stuff, and then Tuesday night I'll probably end up, boom.
Yeah, I will say Monday I'll be at work, but I usually just pop an earbud in and listen live, so that'll be a good refresher for me for Tuesday.
Yeah, and I can't wait for Ponksy to start doing the streams. Thanks all, I already.
Yeah, paranormal stuff's awesome. I fell out of it a while ago, so.
My nerd glasses. These are nerd glasses?
Apparently. Unless it's Kelt saying that, because then, you can't. She just says stuff to start stuff.
Yeah, she does.
I should probably be looking at the chat because I'm just starting to start shit crap now.
Man. Yeah, man. You have to have chat up. You have to have chat up.
I'm getting there. I just came in from the shop. And I'm trying to not throw resin everywhere.
No, camera's in the same spot. I thought about changing moving my desk to where there's not I don't know, something different where it's like a straight corner. I don't know. We'll see. think you're right. C2, yes, is the cam. Really? No.
It does look different, dude. I just pulled it up on my other phone, and it looks like you're a lot closer and a lot brighter.
Well, sweet.
Like, normally I can barely see what's going on, but like I can actually see you right now. It's kind of weird.
I'm trying to look around to see what... I don't see what's different. I'm trying to see. No.
This is fun trying to remember what I said when I see exactly that. That's funny.
Fairy lights, maybe? No, these are my neon blue light to match my evil CJ neon blue. That's why I got neon blue all around me. I could really do any color. I can have it change color. I can have it do all sorts of stuff. It's all around my ceiling. So it's really cool when I'm watching movies and shit at home. I love watching movies up here. Work been crazy. Definitely brighter looks good. Oh, cool. I mean, I added this TV screen that has a bunch of like trippy animations and stuff just to add something else to the background there. That's about it. I know people said you can see my coffee sign better, right?
I couldn't tell you it said coffee, granted.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone, so it's not big.
Cherry says, hell, I almost see coffee sign clear. Awesome. I don't know what the fuck happened. I mean, cool. I hope it happens tomorrow and the next day. Aw, we love you, JSD. We love you. All right. Let's tap into the folder here. Maybe it's the new screen beside you. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I was like this big.
That could be.
I think most of the time when we're talking, I'm like right here, right? So maybe that's why.
Yeah, because usually when you have it big like that, it's just your main picture on Facebook, from what I see.
Yeah, this guy right here. Maybe that's why. Maybe I just need to talk more like this. What does this do? Let me see. Whoa, that's like way zooming in. Whoa, that was creepy. Does it show you close up? Let me see. Yeah.
Holy crap! Really.
It shows your picture the same size, but me, it's like woo.
Well, that's because it's afraid of showing everybody the cotton-covered burnt chicken wing.
Right? Yeah.
Even though it's totally resin on my face, but whatever.
Chicken bone. The burnt cotton on the chicken bone. Yeah, what happened to your other picture that you fixed? Because that one looked like like you were wearing a ghillie suit. I could actually see you. Hey there, Zoom. Hello, Allie. How you doing tonight? Right.
I'll see if I can find it. If I get disconnected, it's because I hit the wrong button.
What's up, Kevin? Sorry, I was doing some trippy shit here.
Oh, you're fine.
Ooh. You have a great.
Okay, yeah. It's on my other phone, and it's
Part. Oh shit, Allie. That's funny. All right. You want to talk about anything, man? Because I'm going to go ahead and tap into this folder. If there's any subject you want to talk about, let's talk about it.
You're making me nervous every time you say tap.
Tap? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I make you nervous.
Yeah, because I feel like I have sympathy pains from maple trees when they tap them for maple syrup. Yeah, see what I did there? I made a wood joke.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. What?
You know they tap maple trees in the spring to get maple syrup in fall, right?
No, I had no idea, man. I'm not.
Yeah, the maple syrup, it literally comes from the sap of maple trees.
Oh yeah, I know that, but around when does it happen?
Actually, right about now, but you keep saying tap, and that's what they call it when they stick the spout in there to get the sap out of the tree, tapping the tree. So I could have went a nastier way, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep the wood jokes coming.
It is an open topic night, so feel free, everybody. We got to have these, open topics, whatever, and then we get into the serious shit. It's one of them. I'm thinking tomorrow night we might get into a case, so.
Wait, is that why you wanted me here, or is that why I jumped in? Because I'm slap happy today?
I don't know. Is that why you Well, you did say. What did you say in the beginning of chat? You said you were a resin monster or something, right?
Yeah, it's because I was out on the lathe and I was cutting resin, which is how I get all that crap all over myself.
Out on
all that white stuff.
Out on
a lathe.
Lathe? What is that?
Lathe. L-A-T-H-E. Lathe.
L-A-T-H-E. What is that? What is that?
You know the couple lives that I've been doing where I'm just standing at the machine that makes the piece of wood spin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my lathe. That's all it is.
Allie says all the wood jokes. This man... Oh, by the way... if you...
I'm holding back. I could get a lot worse.
Hey. Yeah, anybody that just hopped in, if you'd like to check out some live woodworking stuff, Kevin Kraft, he makes shit out of wood. Do you have your Facebook, Kevin Kraft Facebook link on your About Me of your YouTube page, buddy?
I do not, because I never thought to do that. I'm actually,
Hey, Punksy. We were always talking about you.
Where'd my light go? Now I'm going to be doing that here in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Community post. Don't forget.
Sorry, I'm losing my mind at the moment.
Oh, you're good. Community post and About Me. Don't forget. Lathe. Yes, I learned the definition and spelling the other night, Kevin. Oh. So did you explain that in your live?
Well, I had a live going, and she had misspelled it and even said that she thought she misspelled it, and it's like, well, you're close. You just forgot the silent E, which is a common mistake. So I get it. Because when I was first looking them up, I couldn't find anything because I didn't know about the E myself, and I used voice to text, and I was like, oh, I feel dumb now. Not that takes much to do for me.
Oh, whatever, man. What's up, Kid Kitty? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Just chilling.
Hyper.
Just chilling. Taking a little bit.
Yeah, I can see.
This is what happens when I actually get 2.5 hours of sleep in a 48-hour period.
Ooh.
Yeah, my dog decided to wake me up today, and he was all like, hi! I want love now!
What kind of dog you got? You got any pictures of your puppy you want to send us so you can share it with everybody?
He's actually my Facebook profile picture.
Oh, is it? Oh.
But I'll find a better one and send it to you here in a few minutes.
I don't want to put your personal out there, but I'm sure everybody would like to see Kevin's puppy. What's your puppy's name?
Rigger.
Rigger? Huh?
Rigger. R-U-G-E-R. Of course, I say his name twice, and now he's right here with his ball.
Oh, I hear it. I hear his. Yep, I hear it.
And my cat's out here too, just like, hi, I'm a cat.
Hey,
yes, I have a zoo in my house.
Oh, you got a zoo in your house? What all animals you got?
I got my cat, my dog, 36 aquariums.
36?
I like fish, okay?
Damn.
36? Yeah.
What else?
I really like those. Well, I really like those fighting fish. So they kind of. I can put certain other species in with them, but I have like 15 or 20 of those guys just floating around the house just because I like to have them.
Damn,
like
your electric bill's gotta be crazy.
It's actually not bad.
Salt water or fresh?
I have both. I have a reef tank in the basement and freshwater tanks all over the place. But I've been condensing everything because I want my basement living room surrounded in aquariums, so I can have one dedicated fish room. But
Cassie H says, what the fuck kind of zoo do you have?
more aquatic than land animal, but still.
What size of house is it, man, to fit 36 aquariums?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of them are bettas, so they're like 5 to 10 gallon tanks. I've got 10 of them in
Bettas?
Yeah, bettas, betas, the fighting fish.
Hold on.
Actually, I forgot. I gotta feed some of those guys downstairs to the saltwater tank.
Betta fish. So these furry thingies, or not furry, but they got like crazy ass fins. Those things. Big.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Alley Cattail says. Hot damn.
Yeah,
I
they're my
can't keep
buddies.
fish alive. Cherry says. Cassie's bed. Oh, she has one. Oh wow.
Yeah, like in my bedroom, I've got a betta with 4 African dwarf frogs and
Furry, sorry. I was just like, what the fuck is that?
squirrel.
What the hell? Look at it. It's crazy.
You want to see a crazy one? Look up alien bettas.
5 things I wish I knew before I got my first beta fish. Oh shoot, we're checking this out. This is a YouTube video. Hold on, let me put the channel link up there so I can. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe.
Well, if you want to pimp a good one, check out Aquarium Co-op. I've got some of the best. That or KG Tropicals are the 2 best fish YouTubers that I know of. The guy actually followed both of them actively.
Alley Cattail says fish fur, hashtag fish fur. Oh shoot. This is why can't he do they want to know why you can't turn on your cam. There are so many more varieties now. Yeah, we'll check this out. This is Girl Talks Fish. And this is 5 things I wish I knew. Hold on, let me.
I can. I just got to start turning aquarium lights on if you guys want me to.
There we go. We'll get that
Yeah,
turned down. Have it up just a little bit for the copyright. All right. Let's go into this video and see what she says.
You keep your betta happy and save you some heartache. Hi, my name is Irene with Girl Talks Fish, here with practical tips for busy fish keepers like you. And when I was in middle school, I probably had a similar setup to what you have now. I put my betta fish in a glass bowl and put some marbles on it, and I hated cleaning this thing. Like every time I'd have to basically pick it up, move about 10 pounds to the sink, pour everything out, wash it, and then set it up again. And I just absolutely hated it. So my tip number 1 is get an aquarium siphon. This is the best tool ever. It's super cheap.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna skip up to here. They want to see your fish. Do you have pictures if you're in your shop?
I'm turning lights on right now.
Aquarium gravel instead of marbles in my tank.
I'm not in my shop. I'm actually in my fish room.
Oh, he's in his fish room.
And it's just really easy to vacuum out. Versus marbles, I find that the waste gets caught in between the gaps and then it doesn't look very
That's awesome.
Oh, you're learning something
I found
here?
out it's actually pretty important to keep the water clean for my betta, because if you think about it, he's basically living in a soup of his own waste, which is not great for his health, and it makes it more likely he's going to get sick the dirtier the water is.
Ew.
However, the larger the aquarium is for your betta fish, the less frequently you have to do water changes. So for example, Petco Pet Smart, when they keep those little tiny cups for the bettas, they have to change the water kind of multiple times a day in order to keep it clean enough that the betta doesn't get sick. Now, one of my first aquariums for a betta fish was 3.5 gallons, and that one, without any aquarium plants in it, I basically had to clean it about once a week. Versus a 5-gallon tank, maybe I could go once every 2 weeks. and then a 10-gallon tank if you didn't have any other fish in it at all, just the betta, maybe once a month. So just something to think about. The second betta I ever kept was actually an office pet. So for my first job, I basically didn't learn my lessons, still had him in a small container with marbles.
I asked him if it was fresh or saltwater,
I never had run into this
Justice.
problem before where bettas can die from being too
And I
cold.
said I got both.
So for my first betta, I lived in Texas with my parents, and they didn't want to pay for a lot of
Yeah, I asked him. He said he's got both.
AC, so the house was always pretty warm.
Yeah, my
Just
saltwater's
pay
currently
attention.
understocked, but
I mean, that
Pay
air
attention.
conditioning is just blowing on maximum all the time. And it's not something that will kill your betta right away, but kind of after several months of that, he just couldn't tolerate anymore. So same thing as you as a human.
Oh,
You know,
wow,
if you were
75
kept in
gallons.
50-degree weather all the time with no extra clothes, you're basically going to be uncomfortable and shivering all the time. And it's not going to kill you outright, but is an additional stress on your body, and it makes you more likely to get sick. So my tip number 2 is really easy. Just get a heater. Yes, it is additional cost. Maybe it costs about $25, but it will basically automate that temperature. You never have to think about it after you plug it in. It will always keep it at that balmy 78 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit that your betta fish needs to enjoy because he's a tropical fish. Now, as for what size of heater to get, it kind of depends on how big your aquarium is and how cold you keep your house. And so I will put a link in the description of a chart basically that will help you decide what size heater to get. But for example, for me, I live in Colorado. It's kind of colder here. I have a 5-gallon 50, not a 15 to 25 watt heater like most pet stores recommend. Once I became a parent, one of my friends actually offered to get my son Gamer Boy his first betta fish. And I was like, let me do a little research on what it actually takes to keep these critters alive. And that's kind of how I got down the deep rabbit hole of fish keeping and became more serious about it. And so after doing some more research, I tried to get the biggest aquarium kit I could find at the pet store, which was about 3.5 gallons. And then I found out the default filter that came with it, an internal filter, the spray coming out of it was just whipping my betta fish all around the tank because he's got really big fins and he's not equipped to basically swim in fast current. And if given enough time where your fish is constantly struggling to basically stay in the same place, that can really stress out your fish and cause them to get sick and not live as long.
So what do they do? Just float around a lot, basically, and look pretty?
They're actually fairly active. They just... But at the same time, there we go. Now I gotta light them like big guys. All right. I actually just found one of my aquarium lights is dead, so that's awesome. But yeah, no, if you want to put me bigger, I can.
Yeah, 1 second.
Can y'all hear me?
This is Cassie's tank. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just felt like I was getting talked over. Now I can turn my cam on if you guys want to check if she's out.
Yeah, I'm just showing Cassie's picture real quick because she actually sent him while you were getting everything ready. So I'm just showing hers real quick. Let me see here. That's a weird looking one. It's like black and orange.
I believe that's a mustard gas.
Let me see. Solo layout. Here we go.
Ah!
There you go.
I recognize that, dude. Cam on. He's hard to see, but right there's that's my clownfish. He's currently hiding because I had to turn all my lights on. He's used to being in bed right now. But you can almost see him. He's right in the middle of the rock.
Oh, I see it now.
Now he's gone.
Oh, shoot. Whoops.
Oh, there he is.
I was trying to zoom in. I guess that's the closest I can zoom.
Yeah, he's being a little shy at the moment, but the rest in here is kind of a mess at the moment. And don't mind the algae. I had a couple blooms hit. That's my figure 8 puffer fish.
Huh. Look at that guy.
Yeah, he actually just ate. He's all happy.
He's got a weird design on him.
Yeah, So the third puffer fish I've actually ever kept that gets big. I got pea puffers in one of my other tanks, but I'm not turning that one on because I just got them and I don't want to get them too stressed out. That done, I got my big guys. As he stares right at you. Here's the other one. I don't see your profile, buddy. That's one of my Oscars. My other Oscar. Bala shark in the back.
Oh, geez. There is a shark back there.
And my fancy pleca. He's actually just a minnow, but he has the build of a shark, so these guys are about to get super excited.
Look at them. They're looking right at you, too. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. And I just threw food in behind them, so... Now they'll get all excited and start chomping down. But yeah, that guy, it's hard to tell, but he can open his mouth up big enough to where he could inhale a quarter sideways and still have room to get it in his mouth. Like his mouth is huge for his size.
That's weird.
Granted, he's almost 10 inches long now. When I got him, he was barely 6. What's up?
Do you have a merman? Alley Cattails is asking. A merman? M-E-R-M-A-N, I think.
I have a mermaid betta. It's the closest I have to a merman.
We tend to get female bettas. I feel bad for them. Everyone likes the fancy males.
I don't have any currently, but I actually been known to keep female bettas. There's one of my kois. This is also in my snail tank because I actually raise them as food for my puffer that I showed you guys over there.
Really?
Yep. I also got a couple of ghost shrimp in another tank that I raised for him. Come down here. That's another one. It's a dragon tail samurai, I think he was what he was called. But
Kelt wants to talk puffers with you someday. Wanted to start up a brackish tank.
Yeah, that's actually the puffer I had before my current one. He was in a brackish tank and eventually got to full saltwater before he ended up passing away.
Oh, that's sad.
And one of my bettas is dead. I was trying to find everybody.
They're so expensive right now. Huh.
What is?
Kelt says, smart to raise them. They are so expensive right now.
Not sure what that was in reference to. Granted, I'm also trying to find fish at the moment, so I'm distracted. I got another betta hiding in there somewhere. I just saw him move a second ago, but I'm not seeing him now. Oh, my light cooperate today. No, it won't.
Say wash, Kevin. Snails.
There he is.
We used to have a big tank and bought those moss balloons. Terrible mistake. Moss balloon? Never heard of
moss
that.
balls. I got a few of them. Around here. There's one type that's basically been outlawed because it had a zebra mussel in it.
Zebra mussel?
Yeah, it's basically a parasitic mussel that whenever you do water changes and it get out and get into local populations, and it was all bad.
Huh.
Looking for my other new guy. I don't see him. I have a baby bed in one of these tanks, but I'm not seeing where he's at. The problem is he's so small he can hide anywhere.
People say Ohioans. I don't hear it. That algae in our tank went freaking crazy.
Yeah, next one I'm going to, it's under control, but it was bad for a while, which is my community tank. There it is. But yeah, I mean, I've got my that's a blue Phantom Pleco. I haven't seen him in a while actually, so it's nice to actually see him chilling.
Just hiding under the big rock.
He'll chill in there until the light goes out. My red-tailed shark, which is my newest addition in here. Got a couple neon tetras, Harlequin boras that are going to start flipping out a little bit. They're probably wanting food because I turned the lights on, so. One of my angels, his buddy sitting next to him.
Wow, you have a whole lot of different fish.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of keeping them. And this is my guppy tank. Just a bunch of little dudes. Oh, cool. I'm seeing some fry. Looks like as I try to bounce on my radio. And that little guy right there, just above my finger, that's actually a baby fish that was just born in the last couple days. There's some more over there by the filter. I'm not sure how well they're coming through for you guys, but I can see them just fine, which is awesome because this tank almost had a total die out on me. And yeah, that's...
What happens if you lose power? What do you do?
I actually have... And that's all I have in the basement right now that I can get to turn lights on. But, and my shrimp tank doesn't currently have a light, so I can't show that one off. But no, when I lose power, it's a high stress time, but I do have emergency USB powered air pumps that I can throw them in with an air stone to get water movement going to keep them alive. And I actually keep my house at about 72 all winter long. It helps keep the water warmer. But yeah, talk about a high bill. My gas bill's through the roof in the winter.
Yeah. Oh,
he came out.
Yeah, very cool, man. That's a lot of. Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me go back to you.
Yeah, he came out. So. Yeah, his little buddies disappeared. I think he passed away, but and that clump right there is actually fish food. But I think I scared him because I'm pretty sure he can see me when I'm this close. Well, Cassie, technically Betta should have heaters. All of mine do. But yeah, and then when I'm bored, there's the biggest TV in my house right there. But
dang, that's a lot of different fish.
Oh yeah.
No,
then I've got more tanks upstairs, but it's more of the same. It's just other than the frogs in my bedroom.
Frogs too, huh?
Yep. So yeah, and that's actually my Betta rack that I made.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Yep.
You made that.
Yeah. Actually, almost all the stands in here I made.
Nice.
Because I'm cheap and fish are expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I'm
cool setup, man.
Yeah, because I mean, I gotta hit a light, but because like I did that stand too, which and has its shark doorknobs, some of my fish stuff, early chessboard I tried making, one of my emergency USB air pumps, test strips, chemicals, fish food, and 2 hyperfish that are still trying to find food.
Looks nice. Oh wow.
Yeah, they'll be picking the bottom all night now.
What are they called? Hyperfish?
They're being hyper. They're actually called tiger Oscars.
Tiger Oscar.
Yep, they're a type of cichlid, just like my angelfish, but eventually I want to get a. I was looking at 140 gallon, but I want to find one that's bigger if I can. And get down here and get those guys moved over. And since I see babies, I got to make sure I feed this tank really, really small food. I'm trying to repopulate my guppy tank because at one point I had 4 aquariums that were all seeded from this tank.
Damn. Yeah, very nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre, if you have pictures, go ahead and send them to me. Shark knobs. Oh my god, that could sell for so much, Kelt says.
Yeah, I actually made an ex a similar stand setup that she wanted a 75 gallon for her saltwater tank. Ironically enough, that's what my saltwater tank is. But I built that stand first so I could get an idea because I had never done one with sides and the doors. So that was my first attempt ever, and then I made her one, and then she dumped me like the week after it was done.
Damn, you gave her wood and she dumped you.
Sorry.
I wouldn't put it that way, because especially with Kelt being in here.
Well, I mean, everybody else was making wood jokes. I thought I would throw one in there.
Yeah, it was good though. I like it.
Just snuck it in there real quick.
You didn't sneak that in there, dude. I was just like, no, he did not just start giving me grief about it.
Everybody else was. I'm like, I'll just say it real quiet and I'll just mute myself after that.
You mean to go that direction?
Yeah, I had to a little bit, you know. Everybody else did.
Yeah.
What's up, Kim Kitty? Is there a certain thing you wanted to talk about? Huh? Cassie. Uh-oh.
It's getting about that time that we have our turtles crossing our yard.
You're all muffly. I can't. What?
It's something about the time her turtles crossed her yard.
We get turtles every spring. They come across our yard. Haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, you should take a picture of them if you do, and then send them in. Yeah, Dre, if you have any pictures, send them in as well. SRB, you guys are rubbing off on me. Cut once, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, I have a hoodie that says measure twice, cut once, and it was cut right through the middle of the words. It was great. Makes me laugh every time I wear it.
Trey says she wants to talk wood. That's neat, though. What do they do? Come from the ocean or something up on shore and then crawl to make babies or something? Or
I don't know.
Turtles?
Yeah, her turtles.
They just start coming in the spring. Should be any time, and they just come walking across our yard.
Huh? How big do they get?
They're not. I would say. I would say 8 to 10 inch diameter.
Wow, those are pretty fucking big.
Yeah. One has a missing leg, but he comes every year.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's cool. Do you feed them or anything, or are you just supposed to leave them be? Or
no, we just leave them be. We just watch them.
So they come through the same way, the same ones, huh?
Every year. Yep.
Oh, that's neat.
We haven't gone to the beach when the sea turtles, when they hatch the babies.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to go
down
see.
there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We've been down there waiting for the babies to hatch and come out and run to the ocean, but we haven't been there to see it yet.
Oh.
But those fox love going there to try and get the babies when they do hatch.
Oh, the fox. There's foxes there.
Oh yeah. We were
Really?
there. Yeah, we were at the ocean on the beach by one of the sea turtle nestings, and they have it all roped off. But we were sitting down there about 1 in the morning, and we
Wow.
kept seeing these two fox coming that way to where the nesting is. And so we heard if you pee all the way around it, it keeps the fox away. So that's what we were
Whoa.
doing that night.
Wow.
Sounds like the kind of thing I'd be doing.
Yeah, we were drinking and going to the bathroom all around it so the fox would stay away.
That's crazy. What the heck? The more you know. I need that animation flying across the screen, that star. The more you know. Let's see, are they ocean turtles? I think they're ocean turtles, right? What kind of water?
Yeah.
Salt water, probably.
Probably.
Turtles can leave for a very long time. And I'm
Yes,
yet to see a
SR.
turtle or nest. Really? So you got to catch it when the time is right.
SRB says, did she say peed outside?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty dark on the beach at 1 in the morning, so nobody sees you.
What the fox? I was told to pee around my house to keep the cats out of the yard. I heard that keeps perverts away too, Justice says. I was dealing with the damn male cat outside. Kevin, did you say wash? The damn male cat's outside. What?
Why does everyone keep wanting me to say wash?
I don't know.
I'm about ready to start saying Rausch or something like that just to be weird.
What do you got, like terrorist male cats out there, Cherry? Oh, my kid. That's funny.
We were protecting the babies.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, because them fox, I can imagine.
Yeah.
When Dre said, heck, I had to pee in daylight when we were out there. That's crazy. Not wash.
I'm not Southern, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, let me get into some of these videos here. Thanks for showing us all the fish, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I actually just fed my frogs too, so.
And frogs? And cats and dogs?
Yeah, I do a lot.
So there's a episode from Banfield last night, and it's actually a pretty lengthy video about the Stephen Smith case, asking if justice will be served. We'll be doing Stephen Smith show Tuesday for sure. Monday I might be. And I might get into some other stuff this weekend. But after tonight, I'll kind of figure out what we're doing tomorrow night and Sunday, and I might even I'm actually, I don't know, I might hop on Saturday night just to hang out and bullshit.
Hey,
but
DJ.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I answer Justice?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't even see the question.
Okay. She says, okay, but it's harder for women to mark territory. Well, I have to let you know, Justice, they do have this thing called a shiwi.
Shiwi?
And yes, and it's for women so they can stand up to go to the bathroom just like a guy. And it's pretty cool.
A sheepy.
A shiwi.
A shiwi. The more you know. Holy crap. I'm not peeing outside because I always pee on my shoes. Oh shit. The more you know. I need that damn overlay. The little star flying across the screen with the sparkles, you know? Or was
And
it
you
a
need a little
rainbow or
sound
something?
effect for it too. That would just be
Yeah.
hilarious.
The more you know. Hell, I could. You know what? I could probably find a picture off the internet and just put the overlay over us real quick. Shiwi.
A shiwi.
That shiwi would break. Yeah. I'm gonna have to find one, and I can just
Men don't need it.
be like, it'd be like the more you know. We'll get a picture for the next show. That'll be neat. I'm gonna get it.
CJ, you don't need it. Men don't. No.
No, the more you know picture. I'm not gonna get the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
shiwi.
Okay.
Shit, I need groceries. Damn.
I hear that. I had to get into ramen today.
Cost of eggs. Jeez. And I love
Holy
eggs.
cow!
Goddamn,
I've
I
got
haven't had
3
eggs for a
frogs
while.
fighting. I got 3 of my frogs that are fighting, and none of them are anywhere near their food.
Fighting.
Yeah. This is very entertaining. I'm sorry, I'm just totally distracted right now. Squirrel!
Let me see if I can find this picture real quick. I might say it more tonight. The more you know. Oh yeah. Please, how big is this? Oh, nice, beautiful. Nice. There we go.
What?
Okay. Oh, I found a picture.
Uh,
The more you know. Give me 1 second. We're gonna add it. I gotta add it to the StreamYard here real quick. WWF frog fight. I know, I want to see it. CJ Google Shiwi. All right, I will.
I'm not sure how much it costs.
It said, show us frog fight Shiwi. Yeah, let me look that up. Hold on 1 second. Oh, let me go back. to
They
Kevin
finally
here
broke
first.
up. They broke it up, but I think they realized the food was somewhere else, but this guy hasn't figured it out yet.
Where'd it go?
Here they go. Those two might get into it. And they got their back to each other.
I saved it. Oh, it must not be an actual image file. Original. AVIF? Whatever that is. Okay, never mind.
Here's my bed. Yeah, their food's over there, and they're all the way over here trying to fight with each other. Of course, now they're basically blind, so they're far enough away to where they can't see each other, but...
Shiwi. Alright. Here it is. Oh, wow. Look at him.
Yeah. This is my nightly entertainment. Watching these guys just be themselves. Did you leave a squeaky toy in here? It'd just be too convenient.
Damn, he's
I don't
creeping
think
like
he did.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, they do that. I'm only seeing 3 of them, though. I did have 4. Oh, he found one.
So they broke it up, huh?
Yeah. I think the guy in the back found some of the food that I dropped in there, because I feed these guys frozen bloodworms or brine shrimp, and yeah, they'll argue over it, and then they try to take a bite that they can't swallow, and it's really funny because they'll just sit there and start choking and freaking out until they can get the food back out of their mouth, and it's just fun.
What's that one on the top left? Is that eating something?
That?
Yeah.
That's actually my buddy eating some of their food. Because he eats the same stuff. He definitely eats the best of all of my fish. One of the perks of being in my bedroom.
Macho frog, rabbit savage.
Wish this thing would focus better.
They want to know
Yeah.
if you're in your bedroom. Is that your bedroom?
I am actually sitting at the foot of my bed right now on the floor.
Damn, that's got to be a peaceful sound to fall asleep to. The buzzing of
Oh, it
the
is.
tanks. Yeah.
It is. And for the record, now I'm sitting on my bed. Hey, my other froggy came out. I still got all 4. Yay, no casualties. Yeah, and I actually had 2 empty aquariums in here too that eventually I'll get refilled. Well, those 2 might be going at it. The one guy ate too much and now he's trying to get a little bit out. But and then the color shifting beta. Oh, there they go.
Damn, they're fighting again.
Yeah.
Are they fighting over food? Holy crap.
I'm pretty sure they are, but there's a chunk literally 3 inches to their right, or to my right, which would be their left. I've never seen these guys freak out this bad.
Holy crap. They're going at it.
Yeah, I had 3 of them doing this a minute ago.
3 of them were taking on all each other?
Yeah. Like, they're fighting, and that red thing right there is actually their food. They're that close to it.
Looks like one's winning now.
Those 2 might not be fighting. That looked a little sus. That looked a little sus to me. I'm just gonna give those 2 a little.
That's them playing?
Well, I don't know how to tell the males and the females apart, and sometimes you get a mix of them.
What's up, Grizz? We're looking at Kevin Kraft's fish. Oh, I got Shiwi up. We're just looking at Kevin's fish. I had the Shiwi link up a while ago. I'm just looking at Kevin's fish. And then after he's done, then I'll switch to the link.
Yeah, pretty fish, huh? My little boy.
That was crazy watching them go at it. So they play around like that too, huh?
They've been known to. Looks like they broke it up too, but I'm currently being attacked. Sorry. I might have somebody's ball. He's like, give me the ball. This is the stuff I do that nobody sees when I get distracted. But looks like the fight's over.
Yeah, pretty fish, man. Here's the peewee. This is what, or the shiwi. Shiwi. I'm fucking confused. Shiwi.
Doesn't take much.
Wow, that one's a portable cute duck emergency toilet. Interesting. Huh. 3 pieces. Oh my gosh, it has a... It has somebody standing there like the... What the heck? Well, that's what it is. That's what you guys use, Kim Kitty?
Yeah.
On the beach? Really?
On the beach.
What's the puppy's name? Rugger? R-U-G-E-R?
My phone won't let me spell it. Just cooperate. That's Ruger. As he comes back with his ball because he's ready for round 4.
No, they can. If you want to see how to use it, go ahead and press it on your own. I don't need to go into that. You guys can do that on your own.
You mean you're not curious, man?
Ruger, Rooger. I thought it was
Yes.
Rooger, not
It's
Rug.
It's Ruger.
Ruger.
Yep, not to be confused with my favorite rifle company. Although if I wasn't on line and just talking with buddies, I would totally yell, "Hey Ruger, come here!" and then smack myself in the face with one of my rifles. Just because it's really funny.
Kilt
I've done it to family several times.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I'm a
CJ.
rock star?
Huh. This is educational. No, this is not. This is not educational channel. What's up?
Gonna go down in chat.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you hopping up. Thank you.
Problem.
I'm spelling the sound, CJ.
I found somebody's squeaky toy.
I don't know, but you guys can check it out if you want to. I'm not gonna play it on here.
Oh, come on!
Nah.
Come on!
Nope, no reason. I need to get into
Come
some of my
on!
videos that I have for the night. It's already an hour.
That
and
is a
half into
video.
The show. It's already.
It is a video!
No, it's not a video. That's in my playlist.
It could be if you'd add it.
Oh, you woke up Justice's dog with that squeak. New
Yeah.
toy, Mom? New toy?
Better than what I do to him. I got videos of him squeaking his toys, and I'll just randomly turn one on when he's in the other room, passed out cold. He comes in looking around. Where's my toy? I know you have it. And I just play dumb. Not that I have to try. Ugh. Ooh. As my whole spine goes snap, crackle, pop. Did I lose connection?
No, you're here, man. There's the link for StreamYard.
It just got really quiet and I was a little suspicious.
Has anybody joined the Facebook Games pool, 8-Ball pool?
I tried to with my Kevin Craft Facebook and it's not letting me join.
Oh, really?
Well, it's set up as a business and apparently you have to use your personal.
Oh, wow.
So I had to go in and make a whole new Facebook account to do that.
Really? I didn't. Well, I guess maybe because I didn't make mine a business. So maybe that's why. Because I use my Evil CJ Facebook. Let me see here. I'll get the link. You guys, let me see here. Here is the link for it on Amazon. And if there's an instructional video, go ahead and play it. You shouldn't freak about what? All right. So I'm going to check out this video. Oh, it's Brian Enton. It's not even Banfield. Nope, I didn't watch it. Sorry. If you guys
that was
want
great.
it, if you guys want to watch it, go ahead. No.
I think Justice hit the nail on the head with that one. And I can make that joke because I'm a woodworker.
No.
Oh, man.
I wasn't even quiet that long.
You're quiet enough to get me paranoid, which is long enough.
No reason to watch it. That's why you guys can watch it on your own time.
Of course, I'm a little ADHD, so there's that. It gets
That's
quiet for
alright.
2 seconds, and I'm, what's going on?
What's up? All right, I'm gonna get into this video here about the Stephen Smith case, and they're wondering if justice will be served. We went into this on Tuesday night. It's the Buster Murdaugh and Stephen Smith connection. Learned a lot. What's up now? What's up now?
They're having too much fun making fun of us, man.
Well, I don't have to do my show. We can just hang out.
Awesome. Yeah, you can do your show, dude. I'm just
trying to see what happened in chat. Shaft and redirect. What? Redirection. Redirection from what?
Where are you getting redirection from?
In chat. Shaft and redirect from Cherry.
I think they're trying to. I don't know. I'm confused. I just know Kelt's cracking me up, and it don't help when I'm already sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Real fun when we get off of here because I'm going live tonight.
You got a what? Oh, you're gonna do a live tonight?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna talk sex, Dre. I'm not a sex talk show. First, you have to what? I'm so confused right now.
I'm pretty sure they're still laughing about the pee-wee. Or the she-wee, or whatever the heck it's called. And I'm sure they'll correct me here in a minute. But at least I have 3 frogs that are currently swimming in formation that are cracking me up.
Sorry, I'm just reading chat.
Oh, you're fine. I actually
trying to figure out, like, not be confused here.
Yeah, I gave up on figuring out what they're on to now because I'm confused.
Oh, I know I can play it. I'm just trying to figure out what. I'm so confused. Like the I don't understand. And then I'm just trying to read through it. I missed it or something.
I've got so much work to get caught up on with this website.
Yeah, don't forget to do a community post and you're about me, man. And link up your stuff. Do you have a Twitch?
I don't have a Twitch now.
No? It's another way to get yourself out there. Also, Twitter, man. Whenever you go live, you can go to 3 different platforms. So you can
I've also had some people tell me I need to get on TikTok and Instagram too, but
yeah, just a lot more time just to do that, huh?
Yeah, and right now I'm barely able to comprehend how to do YouTube until I get comfortable with that.
Well, we'll have to get you set up with Batismo. That way, you don't always have to go to your phone to type back and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So whenever you got some free time, you got any free time this weekend? I can help
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yeah, I won't be able to. Maybe after the show or something, I can help you. But Saturday or
Then again,
Sunday, whenever, man. I'll help
yeah,
you get that
yeah.
set up.
So I know I'm off Tuesday, but I'm also trying to pick up some time or overtime right now because bills.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Everything's even more expensive. It's just getting crazier and crazier.
Yep.
Well, you got to reach out, Justice. Just like I reached out to Kevin. I told him to let me know. And he'll let me know, just like you're supposed to.
For what?
To help set up Bautismo.
Uh,
I'll help you out. I mean, I can lead
Yeah.
you to the water. I just can't make you drink it. I got to wait for you to drink it.
I don't know if I want to drink it if we're in East Palestine.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I got a lot of videos on that. We haven't talked about that topic for a while either. I got so much stuff on that, and there's so many press conferences. It's just too much. I wanted to go into both of the Aaron Brockovich specials, and I still haven't even been able to do that.
Yeah.
But there's other topics that are more important and more pressing, considering some of the unsolved crimes and such. We can always get back to the chemical stuff after they do more testing and things. Time kind of goes by a little bit. Right now, it's just a bunch of news conferences of people bullshitting. I did hear that the head of Norfolk Southern had an apology, but I don't know how much can you really put into that apology? Not much.
Yeah.
Gas went up 50 cents.
Yeah. Around here a couple weeks ago, I filled up my truck for $2.92, and the next day it was like $3.50. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I'm glad I put 25 in it when I had it.
Damn, $2.92. You had gas under $3. My gas
Yeah,
has
it was
been
like
$3.40
2 weeks
for a
ago.
while.
Yeah, it dropped real low for like a couple weeks here, and then it shot right back up, higher than where it was before. It's like, yeah, I knew that was coming.
Aaron was put on a terrorist list. What? What? She can't go back to East Palestine. What? What the heck is that about? I didn't hear nothing about that. Erin Brockovich was put on a terrorist list and she can't go back to East Palestine.
Yeah, she's probably finding something they didn't want us to know about.
What? Are you serious? This shit's real? When did this happen? I did not hear about this. Because she's what, for spreading misinformation or some bullshit? Is that what? That's so fucked up. How can you tell some... What the hell? What is that about? I definitely need to watch that last special that she did. Do we not see there's... Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is what's the reason? Like, what is the official reason for putting her on a terrorist list? I think I sent you an article. Huh. No, I didn't see that. I didn't even know. That's crazy. What the heck? Well, I wonder if it was from her last special that we did. Maybe I'll do that on Sunday afternoon or something. I'll talk about... We'll look at some of that Aaron Brockovich stuff and talk about some of that chemical spill. I got so much stuff. A lot of it's with the local community members. What do you have on Stephen Smith? I only have like maybe 5 articles and 5 videos. So if you guys want to send me any links or articles or anything pertaining to the case, and then also if you have any questions about the case, like something that doesn't make sense, or just whatever questions you might have, if you want to shoot those to me too. We'll be covering that Tuesday night for sure, and then I might do a catch-up show on Monday night, have like a catch-up show on the whole case again, kind of go over it again, have some other stuff, and then save a lot of the other stuff for Tuesday night. So I'm thinking it'll be Tuesday night for sure, and then I'm thinking I might add Monday on that, just to do like a pre-show or whatever for Tuesday. Just kind of get caught up again.
Pre-show would be nice for me. That way I can make sure I'm up to date on everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, just kind of go over everything again. Check out some of the articles I wasn't able to check out on Tuesday. Just kind of go over it again. Hang out, go over it, and then just get prepared for Tuesday night, and that way we can have a banging special. I think we did pretty good on the last one. We did cover a lot. There's a lot of stuff, we still don't know. So if you do have any questions, shoot them to me. I'll try and figure it out. I heard Sled couldn't find a connection with Steven's phone and Buster's phone. Well, they said this is what we know so far, is that they opened Stephen Smith's case again 2 weeks after Maggie and Paul were unalived, because they found something in the Maggie and Paul investigation pertaining to the Stephen Smith case that led them to reopen it. So there's something there. We just don't know what it is. There's some sort of connection. We just don't know. Oh, nice. Thank you, Kib Kitty. Let me share this video real quick. This is about Aaron Brockovich. Let me see. I am subscribed. This is Status Coup News. Status Coup. Thank you, Kib Kitty. This is a video about Aaron Brockovich.
It came out today that literally Ohio law.
Whoa, that's loud. About Aaron Brockovich being flagged as a terrorist threat for East Palestine activism by DHS, Ohio law enforcement. That is so freaking ridiculous.
Enforcement, Aaron Brockovich on a terrorist list. This is not the Onion. I am not making it up. Did I send that to you, Colin? Hold on. Yeah, it's the Yahoo News story. So Aaron Brockovich was put on a law enforcement, put her on a special interest terrorism threat for her activism in East Palestine. Ohio law enforcement issued a report late last month warning that events planned in East Palestine by the environmental activist Aaron Brockovich could prompt a terrorist threat from violent extremists, according to an intelligence bulletin obtained by Yahoo News. Dated February 24th, so about a week or so ago, and distributed to law enforcement agencies by the Department of Homeland Security, the Ohio Statewide Terrorism Analysis and Crime Center, Terrorism Analysis, I can't even say that, it's so long, assesses that special interest extremist groups will continue to call for changes in governmental policy, which may lead to protests in around East Palestine and or at the State House in Columbus. Yeah, that terrorist, Aaron Brockovich, committing the terror of saying 2 + 2 = 4, water is wet, and this is a cover-up. Somebody like Aaron Brockovich coming into town, it's such a threat because she's actually telling the truth, unlike the corporate media who have been regurgitating the bullshit coming from the EPA,
Right.
who have been regurgitating the bullshit
Right.
coming from the governor of Ohio. We'll play that video later. We put up a video yesterday
Nice.
showing the governor of Ohio's constant lying about the health symptoms. He's pretending, oh, I don't know anything about health symptoms of residents or rail workers. What kind of dystopian 1984 Orwellian nightmare are we living that Erin Brockovich is such a threat to the Department of Homeland Security? And I'm definitely going to try to interview her and get a response about this. That Erin Brockovich is deemed a violent terrorism threat, or that a push for changes in governmental policy might lead to terrorism. You know what's terrorism? When a corporation like Norfolk Southern spends millions of dollars to lobby our government, i.e. purchase our government, both the Democrats and Republicans. They cut corners. They don't do basic upkeep of their trains. And because they cut corners, because they cut staff by 30%, the entire railroad industry, because they don't upgrade their brake systems that are as old as Abraham Lincoln, I'm not making that up. Some of these brake systems are as old as the 19th century. That
You said blah, blah.
fucking bomb goes off over East Palestine, Ohio, and the surrounding communities, and people, I'm sorry to say,
He sounds
are
like
going to
me.
have cancer and are going to die young.
With all the F-bombs.
And kids are going to have their lives forever stained and permanently damaged. That's terrorism.
Yeah.
Not Erin
He's not
Brockovich,
wrong.
who's actually fucking telling the truth. Let's play some of what Erin Brockovich said yesterday.
Thank you, Kid Kitty, for the
I
link.
spent all morning with some of the residents, and I'm very upset. Obviously, they're very upset. I just could not believe the amount of information coming in that they have, that they want to share, that it seems like nobody is listening to. They are so afraid. They get so many mixed messages. They're getting a total runaround. They want help. They make a phone call. It goes to Norfolk. Then it says call EPA. EPA says call Norfolk. They don't know where to go. They want to leave. They don't have the means to leave. People aren't coming back. Their animals are sick. Their animals are dying. I've just seen pictures of them who go to their own doctor with holes in their throat.
Oh,
Or they're being
man.
diagnosed with chemical respiratory illness or these rashes that obviously look painful. Listen, this has been going on for 3 weeks since the initial crash. I think we're pushing a month now, actually, March 3rd. And yet nothing has really been done that is really giving them any kind of help or answer. It's so frustrating. It's classic cover up in an environmental disaster and running the
Yep.
people around
Exactly.
in hopes that they don't figure it out or we all go away and nobody's none the wiser when they are literally going to be the sitting ducks here.
Mhm.
They will be the sitting ducks that don't know their future, that are terrified.
That's the terrorist, Erin Brockovich. Key phrases, classic cover-up. I mean, what would you call this? The EPA is suddenly now deciding to test for dioxins, which are some of the deadliest chemicals, the most carcinogenic chemicals in existence. They're suddenly testing for it 30 days later, but they're letting the company test. You think the train company is going to be thoroughly testing, looking for as much of the toxin as they could find, or are they going to be looking to find as little as possible to limit legal liability? How much money did we send to Ukraine within the last hour, but we can't allot the proper amount of money for the EPA to do its own fucking testing? It's outrageous. It is a cover-up. And why don't we hear this on CNN? Why don't we hear this on MSNBC? The New York Times, the Washington Post. Our democracy dies in the darkness. These people are going to die in the light. I'm sorry to say, these people are going to get sick. They are already sick. I've been speaking. It's honestly, it's not easy to even book interviews with residents because a lot of them don't feel well. Understandably. I have booked interviews with residents to come on live, and unfortunately, before they say, sorry, I'm not feeling well or my kid's sick. This is a humanitarian disaster. And frankly, at what point do you call it a war crime by the United States government? I don't give a shit if it's Norfolk Southern or the government. Norfolk Southern and the government, in my view, caused it, but it's the government's response that's leaving these people to fend for themselves. Erin Brockovich, classic cover-up. Chemical burns. That's what the rashes are. Holes in their throat. Talking about animals. Nothing has been really done. There was pictures and video earlier in the week. A reporter found 3 deer dead within like 100 yards of each other with no gunshots or anything. Oh, is my mom watching? Hello, Mama. With no gunshots in them. I don't know what the deer died of, but a resident said it's not very common for deer to show up all together dead by the creek. I think they drink water from the creek. That's not to mention all the fish that are dead. I think the Washington Post had a story that 43,000 animals have died. Originally, before we went there, I interviewed Taylor, who's a fox keeper. Both of his actually maybe more than 2. I haven't spoken with him this week, but as of last week, 2 of his foxes have died. Many more were sick, and his coyotes are sick too. But cable news is literally airing the murder trial of someone I've never heard of, Alex Murdaugh. Literally, CNN the other night in primetime set up a mock jury box for their crime analysts to pontificate for an hour about Alex Murdaugh before he was convicted. Meanwhile, you got people in East Palestine, nausea, dizzy, vomiting, nosebleed, including children's, chemical burns. Their homes smell like gas stations. Can you imagine for a second if this happened in your community and you had nowhere else to go and the media came in and covered it for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then moved on to the next shiny toy? That's why we're covering it.
It's been
as
a
much
month.
As we are.
It's been a month.
I mean, this is why I've covered Flint for 7 years. Because it's still a fucking crisis. Excuse my French, Mom. It's still a crisis. But we have a media in this country that helps the government, helps the corporations cover it up. Colin, let's play the second Erin Brockovich clip.
And the lack of mismanagement here is unbelievable. Everybody's seen the pictures. The pictures I was seeing up close, what was burning, the smells of it was very overwhelming to have such a close perspective today of what they went through. And
I can't wait to watch this on
I'm
Sunday.
still absorbing, honestly.
I'm going to do this Sunday morning and
and their
afternoon.
turmoil. And I've been on a lot of environmental situations, and I've never seen anything in my life be so mismanaged, ever. You give an all clear, but yet you don't have any data, really, to prove that it is all clear. And then when the people come back and they tell you, I'm smelling stuff, we're sick, we're going to the emergency room, I can't breathe, they're just disregarded because everything is safe. It's obvious nothing is safe yet. And then when they come back, they're told, don't drink the water. But then that changed the next day. It's okay to drink the water. So it's safe, it's not. Drink the water, it's not. You're not really experiencing what you are, yet they're sick, yet they're going to the doctor. And every time they try to get answers to the EPA is deferring to Norfolk, the very fox that's in the hen house. So this is what upsets me. And it takes me all the way back to my days in Hinckley, California. We have another environmental disaster, another corporate cover-up. I'm sorry, something is not right here. Agency failures and a really great community of really great people that deserve answers.
She's so awesome.
And not just leave them here sitting and guessing what their future will be. And getting this information takes time. you guys are around town. They're doing all this aeration that could be throwing chemicals into the air. You just had independent testing come out that shows it's in the air.
By the way, Erin Brockovich was about 45 minutes late to her own press conference because she was feeling symptoms from inhaling this shit. More than I've never seen anything in my life so mismanaged. She has been to. This is not her first rodeo, and she's been to a lot of these sites. Never seen anything more mismanaged. You give an all clear, but you don't have any data really to prove that it is all clear. They literally brought these residents back after 48 hours. Why? So that the train company that caused the fucking bomb
could start up again.
Could continue moving.
Yeah.
Because the train company by law cannot move through an evacuated city. Think of that.
That's crazy.
These people were traumatized. We spoke with one resident whose asthmatic son was projectile vomiting and violently shaking before the control release, just from the fire. And they brought these residents, they didn't evacuate the whole town. They brought them back just to let the train company continue moving, i.e., they don't want the train company to lose any more profit. What kind of sick country is that? I don't have the flag behind me for shits and giggles. We live in the United Corporations of America.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong at all.
Because didn't Norfolk Southern have another derailment like 2 weeks after this too?
They've had hell, they had another one yesterday or the day before in Cleveland. It's like almost every day there's a train wreck. Almost every day. Every other day it seems like if it's not a train, then it's a tanker truck or some. I mean, there's so many things that I have in my folder for the derailments and chemical spills and stuff. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do a show on Erin Brockovich Sunday morning, afternoon.
Well, I forget, did I tell you about the tanker explosion we had here about 4 or 5 years ago on Route 8?
Yeah, when it burned up the road or something?
Well, yeah, when you're in town, if you want, I'll take you over Route 8 right where it happened, where they repaved it.
You said it was like Perkins, right?
It's right around it's right around like Perkins, Howe. I forget what exit it's closest to off the top of my head.
Is it that exit that's really hard to get off of from the interstate because you got the on-ramp from the other road coming onto the interstate, and it's like a real quick freaking...
It's right around in that... It's right around in that spot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, if you go driving over it, it's a fresh patch of asphalt that's like a perfect square. Huh. When you hit that, that's where it happened.
I thought about that, Coat. What is that buzzing noise? I keep seeing people talk about.
That thing's really picking up my air pump. That's the only thing that's making noise.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a buzz.
I thought it was just from my Bluetooth.
It might be it could be a headset. I don't know. It's like a buzz or something.
Is that any better?
Yeah. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear it as loud.
Okay.
You are hereby forgiven. Let me see here. Cartel allegedly leaves apology note for Americans kidnapped. What the hell? Apology note. This came across a half hour ago. Cartel leaves an apology note.
That's a new one.
Only to end up kidnapped by a major cocaine cartel, but the cartel, Gulf Cartel, just allegedly apologized, if you can believe that. Here's the letter left on a street in Mexico, along with 5 men allegedly involved in the crime. We have decided to turn over those directly involved and responsible in the events who at all times acted under their own decision-making and lack of discipline, adding that those individuals had gone against the cartel's rules, which include respecting the life and well-being of the innocent. Jorge Ventura just crossed back into the United States from cartel-controlled territory in northern Mexico. All right, Jorge, I mean, we can all agree that this is pretty rich if this did even come from the cartels themselves. But do they somehow view the events of the past couple of days as a threat to their business?
That's the feeling actually on the ground. Speaking to sources, they're saying that if this is true, it's because they're feeling that wrath from Washington, D.C., the pressure from the U.S. government. But right now, Leland, just last night, the story really just took that bizarre turn. I mean, so far, only one individual has been arrested connected to this crime. It's a 24-year-old Mexican national. But yesterday, 5 individuals turned over by the Gulf Cartel. They were found with the zip ties. They were found with the note. And Gulf Cartel is claiming responsibility for turning those men in. But as of right now, though, Leland, Mexican law enforcement have not confirmed that those 5 men are connected to that crime. So we have to wait and see. But it's just a really bizarre situation. I've been covering the cartel for the last few years. I don't remember anything quite like this.
It reminds me a little bit of when I was in the Middle East and the terrorist organizations, somehow something would happen. They got them a lot of bad PR, like what happened to the cartels on this one. And they'd turn over people, or they'd come out and they say, hey, we're really sorry, or whatever, because it was a threat to them in a different way. This goes even more to the idea, right, that the cartels want to be seen as a quasi-government organization, not just drug gangs. If they're saying we're protecting the lives of innocent and the like. When you were back over in Mexico, obviously there's been this big surge of the Mexican federales and others into northern Mexico. But how do the cartels and the Mexicans deconflict, if you will? Or did the cartels sort of let them in and fade back into the woodwork of the barrios? Or how'd that go over the past couple days?
So for the past couple of days, we just saw just heavy law enforcement presence, especially from the Mexican National Guard. You would almost see them every other block. Mexican State Police is still around. But this has just turned out very, very odd. And what we're going to continue to ask is, does this just stop the manhunt? We know that right now there has been a manhunt to find those individuals that are connected to this crime. What made this also odd, Leland, from just covering the border is you usually don't have these type of attacks, obviously on Americans, but near the border. I mean, the number one thing that cartels really do is they don't want to find any added scrutiny, any extra media pressure. But this story really got odd. I mean, we also have Shaheed Woodward and Eric Williams, the 2 Americans. Eric Williams is one of the survivors. They both actually have a criminal history related to the distribution of cocaine. Matamoros is essentially a cocaine trafficking hub for the Gulf Cartel. So there's still a lot of holes in the story. We want to find out exactly why those Americans were there. But this just turned a huge bizarre turn, and we're going to wait if Mexican officials confirm that those 5 individuals are connected to the crime related to the Americans.
Yeah, and there's so many of the Mexican officials who are on the payroll of the cartel, so who knows really ever what the truth is down there. Or hey, keep up the great reporting. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation.
I'm a little confused on all that. And what do you mean, Co? Well, yeah, just like when we left Afghanistan, the Taliban wanted to be recognized as a legit government as well, remember?
Yeah, and how many billions of dollars did we leave behind in military hardware?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
80 some, I think.
Yeah, because I remember the joke the day
billion.
it happened. I remember one of the jokes I saw the day it happened was, Taliban, how do you fly a Black Hawk helicopter? 10 minutes later, how do you repair a Black Hawk helicopter? I was like, that was the only good thing about that day.
Yeah. What a shit show that was. People hanging off the frickin' wheels and shit, man.
Yeah, but you know, Biden knows what he's doing. He's a good president. You can trust him.
That's for another show. Oh, that web just got stickier. Yeah, was there let me see. Yes. Okay, let me click on this link here from Kib Kitty. Thank you. Mexican cartel says sorry for attack on Americans' bodies returned to U.S. Oh, because 2 of them passed or 3? No, I'm saying the cartel cartel chose which guys they may not. Oh, right. Just patsies. Just patsies. Yeah. Let's give you a 2. 2. Oh, page 2? Okay. Let's see here. Suspected drug cartel members on Thursday handed over 5 purported henchmen as a would-be apology for the abduction of 4 Americans in the border city of Matamoros, according to media and a source familiar with the investigation. 2 of the Americans and a Mexican woman died after gunmen opened fire on the U.S. citizen shortly after their arrival in Matamoros on Friday. The 4 Americans were found on Monday on the edge of the city, by which time 2 of them were passed. Mexican officials gave the bodies of the 2 passed men identified. They were taken across the border into the U.S. An internal government document seen by Reuters indicated that a faction of Mexico's Gulf cartel was likely responsible. That the gunman may have believed that the Americans were encroaching on the gang's turf. So that's why they said they were trying to protect the innocent. Huh. Handed over 5 men. The Attorney General's office, the state where Matamoros lies, declined to comment on the reports. A few videos about the rancher. Yeah. We'll do that some night. Save them. Let me see. They're from South Carolina. Who is? Oh, these people? Or the rancher? It just got weird once you hear the rancher. Huh. Mistaken identity. And what does that say? The Mexican source said the evidence suggested such and such had probably died from injuries they suffered during the attack by the gunmen. On Friday, their 2 surviving companions returned to the U.S. earlier this week. The Attorney General of Tamaulipas, Attorney General, said Monday the abduction of the 4 was likely a case of mistaken identity, but authorities have yet to clearly set out the reasons for the attack. So they're just going to be like, oh, it was a mistake. Just
Everything's
like,
better now.
Elliot Blair and Shanquilla Robinson.
Well, that's how it works today, right? You just say it was a mistake and everything's fixed, right?
Yeah, sorry.
That's how it worked, right?
There were 5. Oh, wow. The couples were from South Carolina, and there were 5 going down. 1 lady was held at the border and couldn't go in. Wow. And it was for a tummy tuck or something, right? I think I have a video about that. How do you wage war on another? The Mexican government won't even work with you on it. So how are you supposed to wage war in another country when they don't? Wife of rescued Mexico kidnapping victim speaks out. Oh, shoot. Let me go to... I didn't even know I had it.
Might come to their small town.
That's right, Nicole. Earlier I spoke with Michelle Williams.
What? Come on.
Williams, the wife of Eric Williams, one of the two who were kidnapped and survived.
Lake City,
She said
South
he told
Carolina.
her not to appear on camera, and so we spoke by phone. And I have to say, the conversation raised more than anything else. Just a day after officials announced they rescued 2 of the 4 Americans who were kidnapped in Mexico, News Nation spoke with Michelle Williams, the wife of Eric Williams, who survived. When did you realize that there was some sort of issue?
When FBI came to my house.
When was that?
When the
That was on
FBI?
Sunday morning.
And what did they say?
They wanted to confirm who he was, and that was he with them. And I did not know at the time that he was with them particular friends. I didn't even have any idea that they were even there.
Williams again told us she didn't know her husband had gone to Mexico. Where did he say where he was going initially?
He just said he was going with his friend and his cousin.
Did he say he was going to Mexico?
No, he did not. That's one thing he did not say.
Michelle did say she has been speaking to her husband periodically. What does he say about the whole incident?
Whoa.
He's heartbroken that the other 2 won't be coming home. Those are like his brothers.
Hold on.
It's like his sister.
And still not sharing.
Hold on. Did she say that she didn't know he was going to fucking Mexico and that's his wife? What the fuck? Hold on a minute.
Where he was going initially.
He just said he was going with his friend and his cousin.
Did he say he was going to Mexico?
No, he did not. That's one thing he did not say.
Michelle
your
did say
fucking
she has been
wife.
speaking to her husband periodically. What does he say about the whole incident?
He's heartbroken that the other 2 won't be coming home. Those are like his brothers. She is like his sister.
And still not sharing with his wife what went down this past Friday in Mexico.
What?
He didn't want to get into detail. They went there for her to have cosmetic surgery.
And then all of a sudden they met, somehow got caught in the crossfire with these cartels.
Something
correct.
sounds
But
weird.
despite having a successful surgery on both of his legs, he asked his wife not to appear on camera and not to come visit him at the hospital. Do you have any
What?
idea when you're going to see your husband next? When he's due back here?
No, because he doesn't want us to come there.
Why? For fear of something related to the cartels?
Or something will happen to us here.
So he's worried that something would stretch back here to the East Coast.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know he doesn't want us there, and I do know he made it out of surgery and he's doing okay.
Meantime, here in Lake City, a small knit community remembers the victims.
I knew the Williams guy. I coached him on football in Little League. Brown, I knew his family. They were good kids, and families were from Lake City, and they were pretty good kids in the community.
It's just heartbreaking to know that kids from our community can't go somewhere and have a good time.
What the fuck?
Now I'm standing here in front of this church. In about an hour, members of the community will gather for a vigil and pray for the victims. I've spoken to some people here who already showed up. They said there's so much of this story that just doesn't add up. So many questions yet unanswered, Nicole.
Yeah, a lot that still doesn't add up here. All right, Rich, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
What the hell? Like, it's all, I get him not, stay away after, but before, you don't even tell your fucking wife you're going to another country? What the hell is that? That's what seems freaking odd. They are not all too often. Hello, J Deets. How you doing tonight? My gosh, that is crazy. But why do you not tell your wife you're going to frickin' Mexico? What is that about? I get him, don't come down here. I get that. I'm surprised she did the frickin' interview, honestly. If that's what he's afraid of. I thought I did save a video about the tummy tuck Mexico stuff. Let me see if I have it. That is nuts. It's just it's always something in frickin' Mexico. It's time for Biden to wage war on the Mexican cartels. I don't know how you do that. Let me see if I got that tummy tuck here. Where's it? Oh, here it is. American woman shares Cancun medical tourism experience. Let me just double check real quick. See if I could have swore. Maybe I'm thinking that's what the tummy tuck one was. Okay. Here it is.
The idea of going somewhere else, crossing the border for a little nip and tuck, has been popular for a long time with Americans. Joining me right now is somebody who made the trek to Mexico all alone for a cosmetic procedure. Jessica Ippoliti is here from California. You went to Cancun. You did not have a friend go with you for this tummy tuck?
No.
You were not scared?
No, I had a really good friend who had been using my medical vacations before and had told me the whole process. And then, of course, beforehand, talking with the company and having them take care of everything for me really made me feel a little bit more secure with everything, including having somebody come pick me up at the airport, bring me to my little abode that I was staying at and everything. So it really made the whole situation feel safer. And also being in Cancun, you don't hear quite as much stuff happening over there as you do in certain other parts of Mexico. So
right.
I felt safe, and the neighborhood they put me in as well.
Okay, so when you say you felt safe, you were at peace, you didn't
Thank
see any
you.
red flags. So as you cross into Mexico, sometimes some things that are a little unnerving, but you're saying you were at peace. Were you happy with your results? That's the first question I have to ask.
I appreciate
Yes.
that, Jay.
So far, so good. It's been just about a month since my surgery.
Oh, this was really recent. Okay.
Yeah.
When you heard about what happened to the 4 people who went to Matamoros, right over the border on the other side of the country, and that 2 of them were killed by the cartel, what did you think?
I was blown away that something like that would happen. But at the same time, that's an area that I have heard has been under watch not to go to. So I always say, if you're going to another country, of course, study the area you're going to, find out any information you can. Even getting to the airport with the car service, I still made sure that the person that I was dealing with and meeting with there was the right person by talking to somebody at my medical vacations who reassured me that. Because that was one of my little worries and concerns right there, is being picked up at the airport by somebody I didn't know in another country by myself.
I'm just surprised you went by yourself, Jessica. If I was your mom or I was your dad or your sister, I would say, what are you doing? Take a friend.
I had a few people say that, but at the same time, my medical vacations, they really take care of you in any way. They're there every single day. If you need anything, you can call or text them. So I felt like even though I didn't have somebody there with me, they were there for me and with me at the same time, setting up all my appointments. The only thing I had to have concern about was healing and what time they were picking me up for what appointment.
Are they paying you to talk about how successful the surgeries were?
No, I was just really, really taken by the whole. It was really a wonderful experience, considering, if I got a surgery at home, I'd go to the hospital, get the surgery, come home and have to heal and rehab myself. At the same time, I'd probably want to start tootling after about 3 or 4 days and do things. Rather than there, I was able to truly relax and heal.
How much money do you think you saved by going to Mexico?
I'm going to say at least $10,000.
That's crazy,
Wow.
Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling us how much your surgery cost in Mexico?
Including everything was about $13,000. The surgery, the stay there, transportation, everything except for my plane fare.
Okay. And you've got the little skinny waist that you've always wanted.
That's right.
All right. Jessica, thank you for it.
Wow. This is interesting. Matamoros is officially known as Heroica Matamoros is a city in the northeastern Mexican state of Tamaulipas and the municipal seat of the what the hell homonymous municipality. It is on the southern bank of the Rio Grande, directly across the border from Brownsville, Texas. And if you look at this picture, it's basically connected to Brownsville, Texas. It's it's a different country. Here's the border, all right up here. But look, it's all connected. Let me go to a satellite. Is it going or what? There we go. Here's the border right here. Look at that. It's connected. Look at that crap. This is the border right here. So really, they just drove across the frickin' interstate. Over the bridge. Wow. So that's all like... So really, it's all of this right here that's pretty much connected. Other than that, it's kind of open area there. Huh. That is crazy. It's like right there. I didn't know. Here, I'm thinking they like traveled, and I'm like, dang, that's a long car ride. But no. I mean, if they're coming from South Carolina, but from Brownsville, you're just going right over the bridge. 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. 74 degrees.
That's 2 degrees warmer than my house.
Has an airport that's big enough, huh? That's all Gulf Cartel region. Relations used to be much further than they currently are. Wow. Crazy. I didn't even know. It's like right there. You just drive across the bridge. I never heard of the Gulf Cartel. Yeah, I didn't either. Relations used to be much more friendly. Huh. Crazy stuff. And then they leave an apology letter. That's odd. All right, I do want to check out this Stephen Smith video, and we will be covering that Tuesday night. I'll probably put up a notification for it Saturday. Just put it out a few days ahead of time, and I'll probably be doing a warm-up show Monday night for that stuff. So if you guys have anything, or you want to send me something, anything pertaining to the case, since it's reopened, and any questions you have, something that you don't understand, something that seems odd to you, or just a general question, go ahead and send those to me. Let me check this video out here real quick.
I want to bring in Chief Kenneth Kinsey. He is a crime scene investigator in the state's forensic expertise. You'll remember him from the trial. He was the last witness before closing arguments were made. Take a look at this.
Oh, good night, Kib Kitty. I appreciate you hanging out, and thanks for hopping up on panel earlier. That's pretty cool, checking out Kevin's fish. And if you guys are just joining the show, we checked out all the different fish Kevin has. Crazy.
And
they look awesome too. And then the frogs were getting at it, playing around or fighting or whatever. Does this show cover any FBI? I don't know. We haven't really. We just kind of cover the true crime and a lot of stuff going on through the world. Sometimes we even play a little weather. But mostly true crime, world topics. Sometimes we even talk about just whatever. Outer space. Some nights we just have open chat where we're just chit chat and BS. Generally, yes, we cover current events, but I'll be doing a lot more shows. Like I have the last couple weeks, I'm going to be doing like half and half, where I have open topic shows, and then I also have my shows that are featuring certain topics. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Buster Murdaugh and Stephen Smith video, check that one out. And then we did another one the night before. We had a lot of people up on panel that night where we talked about the Murdaugh, the verdict, and different stuff. I didn't really know too much about the case, so it was kind of cool. I got a whole bunch of links from everybody, and I kind of had the questions that night, so that was a really cool show. It was a lot of fun for me. Be sure to add that to the show's title. What's up? Whoa. Female. Never heard of that. Oh, yeah. Because we had open chat for so long, Kel, whenever that happens, I've been putting in timestamps. So if people do come to watch the video and they don't want to watch the open stuff, they want to actually watch the topics, then I'll put that in the description. That way I don't want people hopping in and going, shit, I want to hear about this or whatever, and whatever.
Yeah, because then you hear clickbait, clickbait, clickbait.
No, not at all. No, I don't even get any issues from it. It's just a common courtesy that I do.
Right. It's because you put the timestamps in there. Otherwise, you'd be hearing clickbait, is what I said, or what I meant.
Oh, well, I never used to until the last couple shows. Where we had some open chat stuff.
Gotcha.
I just started doing it, but no, I didn't do it because I got clickbait or whatever. I don't even do clickbait stuff, so I don't think anybody can really say that I talk about clickbait or do clickbait, because I really don't. There's nothing they can use. I'm just all real. I try to stay up to date, but there's so much stuff that we talk about that sometimes it's kind of hard, but I am an unindicted of what has happened. I don't even know what you're talking about, Jay. What is that? Fednapping plot. Do me a favor, reach out to me on Gmail. Or Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. Reach out to me on Gmail. Yeah, let's chat a little bit. I want to see what you're talking about. The governor in Michigan. Oh, I know. There was a plot to kidnap the governor in Michigan?
What?
I didn't even know about that. When was this? When was this? Hell, you're right by Michigan, man. Like, you didn't hear about it either?
No. Granted, I don't really follow like the Communist News Network or any of the other big news media outlets, because I just feel like I sit there and go, quit lying to me the whole time. So
SRB says she remembers hearing something about it. Good night, Kib Kitty. Sorry if I missed you. I thought I said good night already. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look this up. I never even heard about it. We just get a little rundown here. So you're a co-conspirator, 3 minutes. Back during COVID days?
3 men were convicted. Notice it.
Whoa, what happened? It like
Republicans had
skipped the
Iran.
fucking
3
video.
men were convicted for their part in a plot to kidnap Michigan's governor, President Whitmer. Paul Bellard, Bill Morrison, and Mr. Morrison's father-in-law years ago are members of the Wolverine Watchmen paramilitary group. A jury found them guilty of providing material support for terrorist acts, possessing a firearm while committing a felony, and being members of a gang. They face up to 20 years in prison. Governor Whitmer is up for re-election. Today, she tweeted, quote, "These verdicts are further proof that violence and threats have no place in our politics," unquote.
I never even
She
heard of the
shared a
governor.
similar sentiment during last night's gubernatorial debate. She shared the stage with Republican candidate Tudor Dixon.
My opponent has shown tonight that she's more interested in dividing us, halting our progress, and dragging us backwards. When she's not scripted and on stage, she stokes violence, spreads conspiracy theories.
Her radical policies have crushed the state. Her choices have been destructive. But don't worry, there is another choice.
Joining us now is Professor Barbara McQuaid of the University of Michigan Law School. She is a former U.S. attorney in Michigan. Professor, you go.
Thanks, Joshua. Great to be with you.
How do today's convictions fit into the larger prosecution of this plot to kidnap the governor?
Go ahead and send it to one
This
of those.
is one of
Jay.
3 cases, Joshua. There was a case in federal court against 4 other men. 2 of those men ultimately were acquitted, 2 convicted of the core plot. They were sort of the ringleaders of the plot, the men who actually planned to kidnap and put on trial Governor Whitmer. This group that we saw today was a group that was convicted of providing material support for assisting in the training and providing a location where they could train in firearms. They built what they called a shoot house where they could practice extracting her from the home if she had her security detail with her. And so that crime is in the state court. There's one more trial that's pending. That trial will begin later. There's still a probable cause hearing left to go in that case. And that's for 5 men who participated in surveillance at her vacation home in northern Michigan.
Remind us exactly what the end game of this plot was. As far as I remember, it was to make a political example of her, possibly even to kill her, right?
Yes. So, in Michigan, like many states, we were hit hard and rather divided about how best to respond to the COVID pandemic. Governor Whitmer was one who had some of the most aggressive and prompt responses to the COVID pandemic with shutdown orders. And not everybody liked that. So there were protests. Some of these men participated in protests at the Capitol. But they fell beyond political discourse and planned a violent attack
Give me one
where they
second,
would
Jay.
vacation home, plans to bomb the underside of a bridge so they could slow the police pursuit, take her and put her on trial. They said was a violation of their constitutional rights. And I think this is such an important detail, they hoped that this act would start a civil war. I've seen this allegation before, and I've seen people dismiss it as fantasy, as idle talk, as something that they knew could never happen. It is not necessary to prove that they knew they would be successful, but it is enough to show that this was part of the plan, and that there are forces in this country that want to engage in violence because they can't get their way at the ballot box. It's a very dangerous phenomenon that we're seeing, and I think it's very gratifying to see these perpetrators brought to justice, not only to hold them accountable, but to deter others who might be like-minded.
It seems like a rather extensive plot that prosecutors were able to make a case around. What was their defense? Did they even try to claim that they didn't do this or they were being misunderstood? What kind of defense did they mount?
Well, a lot of the evidence was on tape, videotape, audio tape, so it's very difficult for people to deny something when there is that kind of documentary evidence. Instead, they use what is a common tactic in cases like this, and that is to claim that they were entrapped. there were FBI agents who infiltrated the group after one man who was training with the group, who was interested in training and shooting and learning how to do those things, the camaraderie, learned
Allison.
about plots that involved hurting police officers. And so he reported to a friend who was a police officer what he heard going on. And so as a result of that,
Thank you, Allison.
FBI agents served in an undercover role to infiltrate the group and to collect evidence. This was all idle chatter. It was really just in the imagination of the FBI that this plot was occurring, and these guys really were just engaged in tough talk. But I think the evidence that they were able to put on in both the federal case and in the state case rebutted any sort of claim of entrapment when they showed that these men were actively engaging in practice, in training, in drills, in extraction from a shoot house, that they actually went to the trouble of traveling all the way to northern Michigan, to Elk Rapids, to surveil the governor's vacation home. They went twice, and they also surveilled the underside of a bridge so that they could use explosives to detonate it, damage that bridge, and slow any police chase. So it's that conduct, not just their talk, that landed them these convictions.
Whoa.
I imagine that'll be a big factor. Everything you just mentioned will be a big factor in the sentencing. Talk us through that. I imagine from the prosecution's point of view,
When was
they would
this
lay out
video?
everything that you just said
4
to
months
the judge
ago?
and make it clear that like this was not cosplay, right? They weren't just expressing First Amendment beliefs about how terrible the governor was. They were actually doing things that made it clear that they were not bluffing.
Yeah, so in this case, the convictions that happened today, the men face up to 20 years in prison. Now, the court will assess their culpability, will apply sentencing guidelines, and most often the sentence ends up being something less than that. I'm sure the defendants will argue that, they were led astray, they were misunderstood,
Oh,
that
that's
this got out of hand. But the prosecution, no doubt, will point to the seriousness of their conduct. Not only that they were willing to engage in violence against another human, but they were willing to engage in violence against the governor of the state, a person who by her position and her authority, they were seeking to undermine. They were engaging in political violence to achieve in the streets what they could not achieve in the ballot box. And that is so damaging to democracy. So I imagine that the government will be seeking a very strong sentence to deter other people who might be inclined to engage in similar activity in the future.
Before I have to let you go, I think it's easy for people to look at cases like this and say that things are getting worse, right? First they've ever been, that political violence and all this rhetoric has made things crazy. I kind of always wonder whether this is something different or this is just something that we're noticing more because of the political times that we're in. And if you talk to a prosecutor or an investigator, they'd be like, I could tell you stories from 20 years ago that would stand your teeth on edge. Is this getting worse, or are we just noticing it more?
I think it's getting worse. I think part of it is that social media allows like-minded people to find each other. It allows them to normalize their behavior. And so what used to be, a disgruntled guy in his basement is now somebody who can connect with others. They hear from leaders of political movements that someone has stolen the election and that if we don't fight like hell, we're not going to have a country anymore. Those kinds of statements land with certain people in a way that sparks action. And so I do think that the threat is greater than ever before. But the silver lining here, I think, is that law enforcement was able to respond to this plot and jurors were able to see this case for what it was and return guilty verdicts.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
That was a lot of shit. I do kind of remember hearing a little bit about it now. But that video was from 4 months ago. Yeah, I do remember a little bit about it now. Let's see. Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer. Let me see here. Yeah, what's up, Bruin? Nice to see you back in chat. A leaked video from inside the meeting they said started the plot to kidnap her. An actual speech from Ohio militia meeting plan to kidnap Whitmer. I thought this took place in Michigan, though. Some of the comments. Real talk. Huh. I'll have to check out that video and then maybe we'll get into that another night. Do you have any other links or information you can send? Go ahead and send me whatever. Reach out to me on email too, and we'll chit chat a little bit, and then yeah, we'll see what's up. Appreciate the link. Story. I do kind of remember it now. It happened during the COVID era, huh? All right, let me see here. Get to some of these other videos. Let me see. We got just a little bit left to go, and then we'll be ending it for the night. But I'll be back on tomorrow night, and we'll be doing a longer show tomorrow night just because it's Friday. We might even get into some 8-ball pool and stuff too. Maybe get into, or gosh, it's been a couple weeks since we played Jackbox. The email came from the Patriot Apologist. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, send me whatever links you can, and then reach out to me, and then we'll chit chat a little bit. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. All right. I'm gonna go into this Stephen Smith video now. I've been saying that shit the whole show, huh? All right, here we go. Brian Anton filling in for Banfield. What?
What'd I miss?
Oh, shoot.
Did I miss something?
Sorry, did you say something? Yeah, what's
I
up?
thought I missed something. I was all confused for a minute.
Why? What
I've kind
happened?
of I've been out of the chat for a bit because I've been getting everything set up for when I go live when we're done.
Oh yeah, man. I'll be done in probably 20 minutes or so.
I
So
ain't
yeah.
rushing you.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
getting
So you're gonna
everything
go
ready.
live after, huh? All right.
Yep.
What are you making tonight?
I've got about. I think
Thank you
a
for
dozen
hopping in, Jay. I appreciate it.
I think I got about a dozen honey dipper blanks left, and after that, I'm not quite sure. I might just start drilling out some blanks to start making some more pens. Since I just found some
nice.
really cool glow-in-the-dark pen blanks, so
Ooh.
yeah, they're fun.
Hell yeah, man. How much is one of those?
All depends on what style pen you want, because my prices are all over. I mean, they're anywhere from $10 to $80, depending on what you want.
Hmm. When are you gonna like take pictures and stuff and then have like pictures and then this category costs this much, this category costs this much kind of stuff, so when somebody comes to your or wants to place an order, they kind of have an idea of what they're looking for, what's available,
Yeah,
what they're looking to spend?
I'm still trying to figure out how to get everything online, because I was actually working on my website when I first came in, and I'm still trying to figure that part of it out with how to list everything. But I mean, that's one of those. If you hit me up on Facebook, or I even have a phone number on the Facebook page, you can text or call me. Just don't call me like after 10 o'clock, because I probably won't pick up even if I'm awake, because I have, after 5 o'clock, after 5, 6 o'clock, somewhere around in there. I don't want to talk business. That's my personal lifetime. If you have a question, text me.
Right, you gotta have a personal.
Exactly. So I haven't
Get on
set
your
a
page
firm
with
time yet, but when I do,
And
I'm actually gonna have that phone set up to not even ring. So
there's the
but-
information if you'd like to check it out. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. There we go. The information if you'd like to check it out. And I'll throw up his link to his channel too. So if you want to watch some woodworking, here's the link to go sub and to go check it out.
And actually, since we've been on here, I've also got a link on YouTube for getting back to Facebook for a direct link to there.
Nice. Yes, there you go. Then
Since I didn't know what it was called, and you told me a community post, so I was like, no, I have to find that. And I was like, oh, there it is. But
just going through chat here.
Yeah.
Can't let me thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you, Jay. Thanks for sending the information. We'll definitely check it out here. Don't call you Shirley. Yeah, that plot stuff was crazy. What the heck? I need to look that up some more too. I need to figure out. I don't know. I'll research more of that topic tonight, and I don't know. We might talk about it tomorrow. But
I can give you a nice soundtrack.
A what?
I'll give you a nice soundtrack to listen to.
A nice soundtrack? Oh yeah. Put me to sleep. Because I'm telling you, man, that shit is. You hear the machines and stuff, and it sounds like your fish tank when you're going to sleep, man. Just that low hum type.
Yeah, well,
that low level noise.
Yeah, and now that I've realized my lathe was loose, and I actually went out the other day and bought 4 brand new bolts to remount the thing. Now that everything's locked down, it's so much quieter.
Yeah, I can
I
imagine.
didn't realize how loose it was until it broke loose, and I was like, oh, shoot. I'm on a live. I can't stop this to fix it.
Yeah, Kevin was the only one that hopped back in the other night when I shut the show down and played some pool. Maybe you know what? It is an open topic night. I don't try and play games after my specials, but I forgot it is an open topic night. Maybe I'll play a couple games of pool, and if anybody wants to play me, we can get
I
linked
would,
up on
but
the
I can
PlayStation.
only get in with my personal account right now.
Yeah.
And I
Need
don't
to
know
drink
if I
some
just
coffee.
change the name and then change it back. I don't know if that would affect anything or not.
You probably could do that. It just shows your first name. It shows your first name. So you probably could actually change your first name while you play pool. I don't think there's a time limit on that, is there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me.
It's a fun game, man. It's so relaxing. Just hearing the hum of the pool ball going down the. I'm gonna watch you, Kevin. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch too.
Oh, if you're playing pool, yeah.
No, I'm just playing a couple games. I ain't playing that
Yeah.
much. I gotta play a couple games here and there when I can. No, man, I'll have you up too. When are you going?
Do what?
How long will it take you to go live?
What I'll do is throw on a work shirt and my work hoodie, let my dog out. Actually, he should be fine. I'll be live. I can be live within 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably take me that long just to play a couple games. So I mean, we're already like 10 minutes to 10, so I do want to check this video out because I've been saying it the whole show, so I do need to play this. But after that, I'm probably going to shoot my couple games of pool just so everybody can see what it's like. And if they want to play me sometime, we'll be playing tomorrow night. Probably do Jackbox tomorrow night too, so. But yeah. Yeah, the pool game's fun. All right, let me get into this video real quick. I do want to hear what Brian Denton has to say. We will be going into this case Tuesday and probably Monday night as well. It's interesting though. They came out with this just 3 hours ago. Quietly sold beach house after his arrest, huh?
Yes, I want to bring in Chief. He is a crime scene investigator in the state.
Construction close.
It's forensic expert witness. You'll remember him from the trial. He was the last witness before closing arguments were made. Take a look at this.
But explain for the jury, if someone is shooting down, as we just demonstrated a moment ago here in the doorway, you're leaning out, the shooter is shooting down. How do pellets get embedded into the door frame up here? How is that possible?
I think it's impossible myself. Physics don't work that way unless you're shooting into a trampoline or a huge piece of steel, and then you may have a pellet deflected back on you. It happens many times, especially when we're shooting steel targets, but not at that velocity. It will not sink into the door frame, and it definitely will not dent that door with what I documented.
I'm also joined by Steve Peterson, a former investigative consultant for Stephen Smith's family. You'll remember Stephen was a classmate of Buster's who was found dead in the road in 2015 after what the coroner called a hit and run. Smith's case was reopened after new evidence was found at Moselle during the investigation into the deaths of Maggie and Paul. All right, Kenny and Steve, thank you both for being with us tonight. We really appreciate it. I want to start with you, Kenny. You really know the Murdaugh case inside and out. Your testimony was very, very vital to the trial. We all saw it. I know you're not an expert on the Stephen Smith case, but I'm curious because you know so much about what happened with the murders of Maggie and Paul. Do you think, based on your experience, that we're now going to see some movement, Kenny, with the Stephen Smith case?
Brian, I definitely think you're going to see some movement with the investigation. But as we spoke earlier, I'm not familiar with a lot of the evidence in that case, so I don't know which direction it's going or what path it might take. But I do believe the authorities are taking it seriously, and we should see some movement with that. There's already behind-the-scenes movement. I don't have an update on that. I'm not privy to that information, but I do believe you've got some serious investigators that are working that.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is the word, that there's this behind the scenes movement. Steve, maybe you can elaborate.
And this is interesting, though, because it's been a year since they reopened it. They reopened it 2 weeks after Maggie and Paul were unalived because they found information in that investigation which led them to reopen this case. But it's been reopened for a year. So this is interesting that all of this is starting to take place now because it has been so long. We watched a video Tuesday night with our special that the mom was talking, and she was saying that, she wasn't even confident that anything was being done because she wasn't hearing nothing. Nothing was happening. They weren't sharing anything with her. And now all of a sudden, I don't know if it's heating up because of Alec Murdaugh being found guilty or if it heated up before that, but it's crazy to hear what this guy just said.
Expert on the Stephen Smith case, but I'm curious because you know so much about what happened with the murders of Maggie and Paul. Do you think, based on your experience, that we're now going to see some movement, Kenny, with the Stephen Smith case?
Brian, I definitely think you're going to see some movement with the investigation. But as we spoke earlier, I'm not familiar with a lot of the evidence in that case, so I don't know which direction it's going or what path it might take. But I do believe the authorities are taking it seriously, and we should see some movement with that. There's already behind the scenes movement. I don't have an update on that. I'm not privy to that information, but I do believe you've got some serious investigators that are working that.
Yeah, that is the word, that there's this behind the scenes movement. Steve, maybe you can elaborate a little more. Do we know where the investigation stands right now? Is it still very active?
Well, I don't know how active it is. It was active, quite active, probably 6-8 months after Maggie and Paul's death. And then it seemed to go cold again.
Okay.
So the issue became, what physical evidence exists still? You figure Stephen Smith was killed nearly 8 years ago now.
What?
So when this investigation kicked off, when SLED announced that they're going to reopen it based on evidence discovered at the murder scene, back then it was 6 years old. So how long does this physical evidence exist? Multiple agencies have been involved investigating Stephen's death. And every time another agency gets involved, it appears that crucial evidence disappears. It goes missing. It gets misplaced. It's misfiled. So sadly, maybe that's why for 6 years nothing happened. And maybe now that SLED is on top of this thing, and they've got some pretty good leads. When I was working with them on this, developed several really what I would consider very credible leads. And I'm not sure exactly where they are with that at this moment.
Phantoms, send me a link for actually, hold on. I'll get back to this video in a second. I didn't know that you go live. Hold on. I'm trying to get to your comment on YouTube here so I can go to your channel and share it real quick. Here, I'll put your channel link up there. Hold on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sub. Let me see here. This is Phantom67's YouTube. There you go. Yeah, that's cool.
What does Phantom talk about?
Phantom said that be going live later. Aren't you a mod, JST? I thought you were a mod, aren't you? Yeah, you're a mod. You could have got the link, Justice. All them question marks. What they were looking... Well, yeah, it makes you wonder too. And I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going to be talking to somebody that has a lot of information and is close to the case. I'll just say that. So we might not be able to get all the questions asked, but yeah. So if you have any questions, send them to me. I'm still in the process of setting something up. So, and I want to say that I'm not going to name any names right now, but I want to say that I appreciate you if you're watching this episode. right now or later tonight or tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you. But yeah. So we'll I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that, because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. She actually sent me a message because we were wondering the other night. Who the best friend was, and we couldn't remember who it was, and we couldn't find out. And it was, let me see what she sent me. The friend of Steven's is Steven's twin sister, Stephanie. So it wasn't his best friend. Yes, SRB, I'm still in the process of setting that up, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy who the guest is going to be. You're going to really enjoy it. But yeah, we're still kind of reaching back and forth right now. So we're figuring out a specific night, and then once I figure out a specific night, then we'll, then I'll go ahead and let everybody know. But I'm very excited because like the information that we will be able to have is going to be so beneficial, and I'm going to appreciate it so much. And yeah, it's going to be a very special show. But yeah, I feel like it just entered the Twilight Zone. Why is that? I'm still in the process. We're still reaching out. We're close. We're close to getting to a specific day. So we'll I'll let you guys know. It'll probably be tomorrow night or Saturday night when I let everybody know, and when I put up a notification for that show. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited. All right, I'm going to go back to this video real quick. Hey, dude, you know what? It's already late enough. If you got to hop off and go ahead, and I know it's 11 o'clock there already. If you need to hop off, don't worry about my pool, man. I won't, we'll all go to your channel anyway. Everybody else, if they wanted to check out the pool, then they can, come back to the replay and see what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna, you know what? I wonder.
You
if
mean
I
I
can,
just
huh?
figured out how to make a brand new Facebook account for nothing? Okay.
What are you talking about? Oh, you want to you want to play me in some pool? Is that what you're saying? What, you want to challenge me in some pool after this?
If not tonight, eventually. But I have a new Facebook account just for Kevin Kraft that's personal, so I should be able to get it to work.
Hell yeah, man. And then, yeah, that's awesome. And then
what happens when I go quiet? I do things.
All right, we'll get back to this. There's still about 4 or 5 minutes, but yeah, I'll let you guys know when I know for sure.
Kenny, it's interesting. SLED said in a statement that the investigation into Stephen's death was based on information gathered during the double murder.
I subscribe to Phantom too. You're not going live, Phantom?
Investigation.
Yeah, I thought Phantom said they're going live.
Exactly where they are with that at this moment.
Yeah.
Kenny, it's interesting. SLED said in a statement that the investigation into Stephen's death was based on information gathered during the double murder investigation, and then the trial that you were a part of. Any idea what that might mean, Kenny? What part of the double murder it was that led them to information about Stephen Smith?
I do not know, Brian. I could only theorize. You've got several prongs here involved, and everyone knows that there are more tentacles on this thing than an octopus. And I imagine that it's going in so many different directions, not just Stephen's death scene, but also in a couple other directions. As I said, I'm not privy to that information, but I do hear the chatter and the scuttlebutt, and I do know that the authorities are working in several different directions.
Wow.
And as important as the actual work in several different directions, they've taken a sharp look at it. And I truly believe you've got men and women there that believe in this investigation. And like I said, I don't know. I'm not involved in that, but I do believe they are actively working, trying to resolve this situation.
I mean, you were so amazing during the Murdaugh trial, Kenny. I mean, could you possibly help with this other case? Do you have any advice for them? Could you get involved with your expertise?
Brian, like I said, I don't know the information. All I could say is that if I can help, I would help. If asked, I would be more than happy. As we spoke earlier, very competent private investigators on this, greatly credentialed. I take them serious at their word, and I would be willing to extend a hand if there's something that I could do. But I don't walk on water, but I'll never tell anybody no if it means, trying to help.
Steve, there's been so much talk about Buster and the possible connection that he has to this and to Stephen Smith. Do we know how much they interacted when Stephen Smith was alive?
What a video.
Well, they went to high school together and they were on baseball teams together. They interacted in a limited social fashion. And there was a lot of rumors that they had something beyond a social relationship. Stephen was an openly gay young man, and the rumors were that Buster and he had a relationship. And try as we may to prove that, we were unable to. I was unable to find any connection. In fact, when I was dealing and working with SLED on this, SLED assured me that they had exploited all telecommunication devices associated with both Stephen and Buster. They could find no connection, no nexus to the two of them. So
what?
It seems odd that they would have had a relationship. It seems unlikely they would have had a relationship.
Then why was the dad telling his friend that he knows his son, he knows the Murdaughs unalived his son, and he knows that his son and Buster had a relationship? This is... I don't understand. Who is this guy? Steve something? Steve Peterson, a former investigative consultant for the Smith family. What? I'm confused here. So, what is up with this? So is the friend of the dad not being honest, or is that just a rumor? Or... Yeah, and his brother Randy was there too. I just started hearing about this Randy fella. The one that was trying to represent the family. He just needed the passwords. He was like, I know my son. I know my son. I know my son had a relationship with Buster, is what he said. Yeah, that's what because the blood trails don't match. We went into this on Tuesday night. Like, the blood trails don't match. We went into the whole crime scene on Tuesday. Oh my God, chat. Jesus. That's crazy. That's you guys.
We did come down with two basic theories on what happened to Stephen. One involved the potential involvement of the Murdaugh family, and the other involved two individuals who are not related at all to the Murdaugh family. And so we were pursuing these two separate and different leads. And since SLED had the ability and the possession of the telecommunication devices, they have subpoena
Do me a
power,
favor
they
and
have
hit
different
me, buddy.
authority, obviously, than an investigator would. They pursued that aspect, and they assured me they couldn't find the connection between Buster. They told me that, they had conclusive proof that Paul was not even in the county the night Stephen was killed. I have no reason to doubt them.
Yeah, a lot of this just seems like is rumor at this point. Obviously, there's a lot more investigating to do. I just got to ask you real quick, Kenny, because you were under the spotlight in that trial. The jurors wanted to meet you when it was over. You went and met them. How are you doing now? I mean, you are under so much pressure. Have you had a chance to take a break?
Brian, I'll start with my team first. As I've mentioned, my team here home, I couldn't have taken myself away from my duties for 5 or 6 weeks without having a great team at home. The AG's office were second to none. The SLED Low Country agents and the laboratory, SLED in general, in my opinion, did a great job. They welcomed me back and they were so helpful in my examination of the evidence. The jurors are my heroes. And as I said, I wouldn't question their verdict one way or the other. I'm so glad I didn't have to make that choice.
Hold on, I got to hear that again.
But the AG's office were second to none. The SLED Low Country agents and the laboratory, SLED in general, in my opinion, did a great job. They welcomed me back and they were so helpful in my examination of the evidence. The jurors are my heroes. And as I said, I wouldn't question their verdict one way or the other. I'm so glad I didn't have to make that choice. But it ripped my heart out in a good way when they wanted to meet me that morning. That's never happened in my career.
Oh, wow.
And they thanked me. And
yeah, it's very unusual.
Well, that's cool.
That means more than anyone could ever.
Yeah, that's cool. I got to meet you, buddy. That noise is loud. Yeah, I wonder, did they scrub the phone records? Because right after the crime took place, his brother Randy showed up. He's a personal injury attorney, and he was basically telling the family that he was going to represent him for free. He just needed the passwords to everything. So it makes you wonder, and I don't know. You got to go back and check out Tuesday's show. All the case and the scene. We had a couple videos that kind of went through everything, and it just don't make sense. It really don't. Non-direct way. Well, I don't think he's being non-direct in a negative way. He has to be non-direct in a positive way because he doesn't want to jeopardize the case. He keeps saying that he knows stuff, but he can't really say it because he can't jeopardize the case. There you go. No, I muted you. Oh, they chose me. Okay. No, I had to mute you because that machine in the background was super loud, man. I was trying to reach out to you to have you mute it, but I don't think you heard me, so I just had to mute you. That way we could hear what they were saying. Where was I at now? They can still digital. And this is what's crazy. They did an R kit on somebody that was in a hit and run. Your name in the snow. I don't have snow here, Cal. Let me see here. Yeah, it was pretty loud. I couldn't even hear the video. I was like, okay. Normally I don't mute my guests. Are you muted on your own now? Okay. Yeah, normally I don't, but that machine was loud, man.
That's weird because my mic has been muted this whole time that I came out to my barn. I literally just unmuted it for the first time in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I wasn't even running anything. That's weird.
Oh no, No, there was I don't know what noise it was, but I couldn't even hear what they were saying. I had to click mute on your tab here, and then I rewound it.
That's what I mean. I'm out in my barn right now, but I knew it was going to be loud with my heater first firing up, so I had it muted before I even came outside.
Oh, really?
Like I brought my dog out and yelled at him and everything. I don't know how you're hearing anything from me.
Huh.
That's why I'm all like,
No, Justice, I said it's not a lie because I said normally I don't. You got to pay attention to what I say, Justice. Come on. If you're going to come at me, you got to pay attention to what I'm saying first. You got to hear first. I think maybe you're just tired. We believe you, Kev. You have a constant machine noise going on. I think it's the beacon for the aliens to find you.
hey, don't just because I'm actually not from Earth doesn't mean you get to make fun.
Yeah. The mothership. It needs a little bit to warm up. It's old.
It's not old. It's newer than this planet.
All right, man. Well, thanks for showing us your fish, dude. That shit was cool. And the truth was, I'm sorry you can. Hey, you know what, Justice? They make them earwax candles that suck all the earwax out of your ears. It actually helps you hear a little better. You should try it out sometime. I did one. It was amazing. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Those earwax, the earwax candles. Yeah, you need one too, don't you?
Huh? What?
Oh, because that's why he can't hear his machine going on in the background, so he doesn't think nobody else can. It's the earwax, man.
I had my mic muted.
It's the earwax.
You should not have heard anything.
Oh, we heard it the whole show. What are you talking about?
If you're going to be like that, I'll turn this back up.
Oh, we heard it the whole show. What are you talking about? You can go back to the beginning and hear that shit. People are like, it's the video.
I will say this, your background music for me has been sketching out all night.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Your connection?
I don't know.
It's your connection.
It might be, but like in the background, all I hear is...
Yeah, it's your connection.
Well, all I have is a cell phone, so that might be why.
Yeah, it's your connection because it's nice and smooth on my end. It's better.
You say so.
Well, yeah, it is. It's all smooth. You can probably go back to the replay and hear it be smooth too.
Well, I guess, I'm like the least smooth person ever, so that might be why I'm just not catching it.
Nah, it's internet connection.
Just let me have my fun and put myself down.
Are you going live here, man?
I
need to hop off. It's already 10:20. I'm actually 20 minutes past.
All I got to do is hit one more button and I'm live.
All right. Well, hell,
so,
I'm gonna hop over there. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Appreciate you hopping up. Thanks for showing us the fish and the frog. That frog shit was crazy. I'm gonna go back and watch that. That shit was nuts. But
yeah, I at the end, I think two of them were trying to mate. But,
oh, really?
Yeah, because it looked like the one tried hugging onto the other one, and I've seen them latch onto each other like that. So
yeah, at the end, and then it slipped up into that little bush thing that you had in there. I did notice that right at the end.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't want to really watch this anymore because with Kelton there, I don't want to get her all worked up watching two froggies get it on.
Right. Thank you, Allison. All right, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central, as always. I'll put out a topic or description tomorrow morning sometime when I figure out what I'm going to be going over. So, might even be some of this governor stuff. That shit was crazy. I appreciate everybody. And yeah, let's go over to Kevin Kraft. I'll throw the link up to his channel, or you can just go right over to it if you're subbed already. And I'm going to go hang out there and fucking see what you got going on next, buddy.
Yep, and I just got it live, so I just got to reshare this to Facebook, and then I'm hitting start, so it'll be a
right.
couple minutes.
All right. Yeah, we'll get you hooked up on all that other stuff here too. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a peaceful and positive evening, and I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll have a longer show. Good night, everybody.